I'm fairly sure.
Oh, okay. Well, we're gonna pretend we're live.
Here we are.
So yeah, hello internet. Welcome to our stream. This is Pathfinder 2nd edition. We have our 20th episode. That's a full score, everybody. I want to introduce our cast and then our sponsors, and we'll jump into the tavern where we've regrouped. Start with Spence.
Oh, hi. I'm Spence. I live here on the internet. And what do I usually say here? Oh, I'm playing Monica Freerunner. Sorry, I'm also doing cross promotion, and it's weird, and I'm behind, and I'm sorry. But anyway, I play Monica Freerunner, and I have been plying my dear friend with alcohol because he won't tell me what's going on.
Sounds about right. Alex?
Oh man, hey guys, thank you for tuning in. I'm Alex. I played the director, a gnome bard, who was absent last game because I was dying of allergies, but I am back and hopefully there's a lot of interesting stuff that happens and I'm excited to be here tonight.
Love a good fortitude save. Jen?
Hi, I'm Jen. I go by Savage Sparrow on the internet. You can find me at savagesparrow.com, where I run an awesome, nerdy clothing business. I play Reka, the lizard folk druid, and she's heard a lot of things that have sort of shaken up a chunk of her worldview, and you know, what do you do when your adopted family probably murdered your real family? I feel like she wants to like go into the forest and avoid everything. But you know, this is where we live now, so that's where she's at.
So relatable. And Mr. Smith.
Hello, I'm Mr. Smith. I kind of live on the internet. At any rate, I play the possibly insane, certainly inebriated and extremely tired, and just all around crazy son of a bitch, Rune Ravenswood. You can find me in some of my musings at IamMrSmith.com, but we'll talk about that at the end of the game.
Daniel.
Hi, I'm Daniel. I am here all of the goddamn time. And I'm the source of all your tech issues and moral quandaries. So tonight I'm playing Sailix, Lavendale, the Crestfallen.
Yep.
And yeah, it's going to be a great game, and I can't wait.
Looking forward to it. And I'm Ian, the GM tonight. I'm here every week, and I don't do anything else on the internet. So just for everybody who's not asking. We are sponsored by Fantasy Grounds. You can see us use Fantasy Grounds all night, and I promise you it is as pretty and as smooth as it looks. Definitely check it out. Go to fantasygrounds.com. Highly recommend it for 5th edition and Pathfinder 2nd edition. We're also sponsored by The Only Sheet. So our resident wizard, Rune Ravenswood, he uses it to automate his character. It's good for forward planning, and if you don't use a virtual tabletop, it is excellent for managing stuff like your inventory and up to an entire party for several systems. You should go to theonlysheet.com to check it out. And we have some music tonight by Michael Gelfi. It's our ambient track. You should check him out on YouTube or Spotify or anywhere you listen to stuff. So
Real
where
quick.
we left? Yeah, go ahead.
Real quick, Spence, can you check the Twitch? I think that we might be offline, but it's like playing, just double check Twitch.
We're live.
Never mind,
Yeah.
okay. I don't know why.
All right.
Don't you worry. I take care of all that. That's why
Alex,
I
you just
fucked
gave
up
me a
my
heart
intro,
attack.
Okay?
Yeah, well, we're just pranking you. Next week we should all just pretend that Daniel was muted. Like what? I can't. I'm
I
not
will
hearing you now.
go into my room and go to sleep.
Aww.
I just got sad. So where we left off, Rune had a bit of an epiphany. You guys were tired, a little bit demoralized by the unforgiving Mwangi expanse. The jungle is unrelenting, and with that, you needed some time to think and to rest. And Rune didn't rest. Instead, he delved into the history But I'll let him take it. Sailix isn't in. Monica, you have been in Cadence Keg all day. What have you been doing?
I have been trying to make. I've been making cherry bread since Aiden screwed up my batch of raisins and they all got moldy and gross. So instead of raisin bread, I made cherry bread. And I've been at this current moment in between pouring my own homebrew whiskey for Rune. I am replacing my rack of dried herbs with new herbs. So I'm wrapping the bundles and pinning them on to go and hang from the rafters later.
Excellent. And Rune, you don't? It doesn't seem that you typically drink whiskey this much.
No. However, he's definitely been put in a bit of a bind at this point in time. So yeah, he's probably drinking like a good farm boy that he is.
But
Right.
I've been watering it down over the last hour. Just a little bit.
Not that he really, as fatigue just is taken over at this point. It really doesn't matter.
Yeah, his taste buds are dead at this
Yeah,
point.
they're
So I could be giving him tea and he wouldn't know.
The director and Reika, you arrive at Cadence Keg because it's the end of day. Rune looks not himself. Himself in the sense that he's tired, but not himself in the sense that he looks absolutely miserable. What do you guys do as you arrive?
The director would take a good look at Rune and understand that this is he's got some stuff going on. He's battling some demons. So the one thing that he likes to the director really likes is a really good internal conflict. So he's going to saddle on up and pop himself on the bar stool next to Rune and kind of be like, man, I've been having the worst writer's block. Never believe it. But you should really give me some inspiration here, man. I'm dying here. What's up with you? How are you?
Oh, it's just it's been a day.
Yeah, looks like it. Looks like you've seen
Yeah.
a couple days. Looks like you've seen a couple weeks.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah.
Oh, what you
jungles
drinking?
and- oh, whatever Monica's really giving me, it doesn't matter.
I have coffee infused ale if you want to try some. That's
Sure.
to the director.
Yeah, he's
not
gonna
to Rune.
Yeah, sure, I'll take it. Yeah.
Yeah, and so I'll get you because it's I just batched it. So
I forgot. I think yeah, okay. He's gonna.
we have a thing. You and I have a thing about coffee.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, we have a thing about coffee, right?
We do. So here, coffee ale.
Okay, thank you. Ah, thank you. He's gonna kind of sniff at it and take a seat. Oh God, yeah, that's what. That hits the spot right there. Yeah.
Did you finish writing about the fight with the Bila thing that we just fought and like nearly died?
So give me a little sense of he's gonna look between Monica and Rune and be like, give me a sense here, how.
So I know you were down by the raft.
Yeah.
I and I had to have you do that because otherwise the raft was gonna. Anyway.
No, I'm okay. I like sitting with the raft.
So
that was the best part. I felt the best when I was down there.
So there were those runes that Reika wanted to go and visit, and there was a dragon tower there. We took down the dragon tower, but under the dragon tower there was this big black dragon thing without legs, so it was like a long snake body with wings.
I was like, that's a snake. That's a snake, right?
It's called a Bila apparently, and yeah, and it constricted Rune. It knocked Reika off. It got Sailix real good, and I was stabbing at it, and I took its eye out. That's about as effective as it was.
What'd you do with it?
The eye. The eye was destroyed, but I still have this tooth that I took out with our kobold friend. I think I'm gonna make some hair sticks out of it because I like my daggers. I don't need a new one, but anyway. So then, then Rune disappeared, and honestly, I thought he was dead.
I thought it was too.
And it was the worst thing in the world. You remember hearing. You remember hearing this god awful scream that you kind of knew was Monica, but didn't sound like me.
Yeah, I thought you were dying. Yeah, no, it was okay.
No. I thought Rune
Planning
was
a
dead.
eulogy,
Anyway,
I was doing it. It's fine.
Yeah. But he appeared, and then he called lightning down on this thing like a beast. Unfortunately, Sailix was holding onto his sword at the time. He has a problem with holding onto his sword when he shouldn't hold onto his sword.
Highlander.
And
I feel there's an innuendo in there somewhere.
oh my god, you are drunk.
I'm
You
writing
would
that
never
down.
pick up on that before. Anyway, so and that's why his arm is all fucked up now. Because it's all like galvanized and shit.
It is my firm belief that I allowed a conduit to his newfound deity Gozre to imbue him with a sword befitting his status amongst the gods.
Oh, well, that makes up for having a bum arm.
Well, it's not.
I mean, it still looks
it's
pretty
not
bum,
useless.
but now it looks sort of galvanized and bummy.
Yeah, see, you get little. Yeah.
A loud rumbling with a bang can be heard. Something echoing about. Almost sounds like thunder. But it reminds you of Reika, who's quiet so far right now. Reika?
So, first of all, I feel like she would have just been looking at Rune with the new accent,
Yeah, it is new. That's not normal for him.
We did out of character. We did talk about the farm boy accent 2 episodes back. That was the secrets. Anyway, continue.
So basically, but at least as far as I think that was resolved between you guys, right? Because I don't think
This would be new to you. This is the
Okay.
first time
Yeah,
you've
that's
heard
fine.
this. You've
Yeah.
heard it come out a little bit.
Yeah.
It's
But it was
like
when
cracks of it.
when it had come out, it was in battle or whatever, where
or a word. Or
yeah,
two.
you know, where
Super
there
stressed out. Yeah.
yeah, where
Full
there
sentences.
was not really there were other things going on, and it's but right now again, she's just kind of squinting at him, and then sort of looking at the others why is this normal?
The director, is letting it all go. By the way, he hasn't. He's just letting it all happen. But continue. Sorry.
You said that so basically that's what she would have been doing, is just kind of
And then Monica would point to the ponytail that Reika has on her belt now, which is Boz's ponytail.
yeah.
And Reika, throughout the whole thing, she was trying to heal us and everything, but she still had Boz
By the hair.
on a leash, actually. She had because we had her gagged the whole time, so she couldn't talk shit. And then and at one point, I don't remember if it was you, Reika, or if it was Sailix that cut off her ponytail. I think it was you.
Yes.
Yeah, you did that. And then
She was about to be devoured by a large fish.
It's true. Anyway, so then so she was holding on to Vaz and still healing us and calling down lightning and everything. So Reika was also super badass, but also both being sentinel and warrior at the same time. It was really cool, but I was also super distraught. This is all just stuff I saw out of the corner of my eye. And I give Reika some freshly dried jerky.
The true drama of that particular encounter was the meeting of another storm speaker. That was particularly interesting.
Oh yeah, that bitch.
Yeah, Garsat. Garsat, our friend, was firmly convinced that the Yakuza had taken to task to wipe out the storm speakers. ages ago. Yeah.
How do you feel about that? You think it's true?
Rudy gets very crestfallen. Yeah, it is.
Rune, have a slice of bread.
Eat your feelings.
As best as I can tell, the Cinder Claws weren't like they were nothing. There were maybe a few bands, a couple of camps, but certainly not powerful enough to take on the Storm Speakers. Storm Speakers themselves were fairly weak at the time. They just migrated from the desert for some reason. Haven't figured that part out yet. But the Yakuza and their incensed fight against the Hawk believe the Storm Speakers held the blood of the dragon. And so it only stands to reason that they chose to wipe them out.
That brings a new moral quandary to us.
And-
us.
When
Rika,
Rune,
how are you taking that?
Yeah, I was gonna kind of look over to Reika and kind of see what she's.
This is basically exactly what I'm doing right now. Of like,
Lizard thinking.
fucking elves.
I love lizards.
I searched high and low to find some counter argument, some minor note. I just couldn't find anything. I just couldn't. It wasn't there.
why do you sound different?
What?
You're using your home accent. You're not using the educated accent.
Sorry for the confusion.
Can you do
Rika,
any others?
do you need a translator, Rune?
I've never really practiced many voices per se, but my apologies, Rika, for any confusion.
Like, she just seems like absolutely confused why anybody would like speak differently than they are raised.
So, to clear the air, Rika, I was raised in farmland. They have a bit of a way of speaking out there. But when I got accepted into the academy to learn magic at the Royal Academy, I was looked down upon because of my status. I'd got in on a bit of a technicality, bit of luck, and I wasn't really. At any rate, I had to learn to adapt, and so it forced me to adopt their method of talking, and in order to incite the debates that were required to study magic.
So, I can understand the absurd social hoops and protocols that you humans seem to be fond of. But
It's a good point.
I am curious why it is you are choosing to speak in your native accent now. What has changed?
I don't think it's a choice.
When I get tired, I slip back in my homeland a bit.
Ah,
It's also very drunk.
Yeah. Thanks to the whiskey, Monica's dulled me a bit. Not
You
maliciously,
needed
of
it.
course.
You
There-
needed it.
there are there are many things about this that I don't understand. Again, first and foremost being if the Akuche were to have been responsible, why did they save me? And more than that, all of you saw the way in which I was treated. When I spoke, they listened. It was as if I was some sort of leader. there was talk of some sort of prophecy that I wasn't able to understand. We are missing very important pieces of this, and that the
Well, Reika, I think I can. I might have a theory. So a while ago, I worked for this really bad man, like before I met any of you all, and he wanted to. He had a fight with this guy, and this guy happened to be a single father. The guy died, and my boss wanted us to kill the kid. And someone very intelligent and very crafty said, well, why don't you raise the kid instead? They're very impressionable. They won't know any better. And then that kind of loyalty is something that you can't buy because they are under the assumption that you saved them.
I understand that idea as well, but at the same time, there are two problems with that specific theory. The first being that if my people were eradicated because it was thought that they had the blood of Dahak, that is a religious matter. And again, you have seen, at least I would hope by now, you have seen and understood how those beliefs can physically shape and corrupt and transform the areas around them. So letting someone survive that with that inside them, that becomes something you cannot do.
Well, I think that comes down to the person who saved you.
But the second is that I was still a hatchling when I had to flee them, and I've spent the majority of my life away from them. So I don't know, like, that is why I'm not making a decision one way or the other until I have all of the information in front of me.
I mean, there's no reason you should make a decision now. You have to go back to the Akuja and just ask them face to face, because they've been telling us that the Cinder Claws have been the ones attempting to wipe out the Storm Speakers, but that can't be true, given what I know. And only 4 decades have passed. That is not much time within the Yakuza lifespan. There are people still within the Yakuza that are going to remember back then, who have lived that back then, right? So if there is a prophecy involved, it is distinctly possible that because you were still a hatchling, you fit the mold of whatever this particular prophecy was looking for, and they spared you for that reason, as some sort of bringer to the death of Dahak, I guess. But even still, that still means that they have, if they continue to point to the Cinder Claws, it still means they have lied, and we need to understand why.
I was also encouraged by one of the Khalidi to seek answers from the Cinder Claw themselves. So if the opportunity presents itself to capture one of their numbers, particularly if it is one of their leaders, I would like to question them. But at the same time, I think that what we can agree upon is that Tahak and his forces do need to be destroyed. All of you felt how it felt to be in the presence of the voice of Dahak. You have seen his effects on the land. You have seen how they enslave others. That level of evil has spent so long unchecked without a counter is it is not good for this earth.
I would agree wholeheartedly.
Did you
I still
talk at all
feel.
with? Sorry.
No, go ahead, Director.
Did you talk at all with the Garset? What did they have to say?
Cigar set actually led us down this initial path to begin with. They had apparently discovered that the Akuje were the ones that attempted to wipe out the Storm Speakers. Garset had made allies with Voz long before we ran into Voz. I'm not quite sure how they met, but they did. There was also another bloke by the name of Gerald.
Yeah, he's a dick. He had a great mustache, but he's a dick. He wouldn't
He is
even
a-
acknowledge me.
He is a bit preposterous, well, yes, he is preposterous, but he is a self-made or self-proclaimed master historian. I question that title in every sense of the word. I had the quote-unquote honor of listening to some of his lectures at the academy, and was not impressed.
Was he boring? Was he boring?
You would like him.
It is also possible that we could find some of those answers that we needed in that temple where we were.
It is very likely, and yes.
Because again, I felt something, like some connection to that space, and my kinsman mentioned the same, that our history is written on those walls. If we can, I think it's incredibly important that we examine that space. But then all of this information and this path has been started by Voz and her allies. Makes me believe that it has been carefully framed.
Well, Norberger's involved, so lies and deceit and misdirection are going to be key to how Voz functions, and likely how she has played the situation.
Indeed.
Given how long the Storm Speakers were in the jungle, at least 2 centuries, it is very likely that there are other ruins throughout the jungle that they had spread to.
I'm also curious how it came to be that Voz went from working with the Cinderclaws to doing everything in her power to flee them.
Again, she is follower of Norberger. Misdirection, lies, and deceit. It is entirely possible she arranged for such a situation.
For the third time, the wall shakes a bit gently. There's no rain, no lightning. What sounds like thunder, though. The door opens. Aiden is bringing in a case. Some shit in it. It's late at night. It's not usual.
Aiden, what do you have?
I don't know. Let's see. And he'll set it down not far from the stairs, actually, front steps, and he'll move back to shut the door.
I've been expecting some mead, but I didn't think they would deliver it this late.
Right, and as you check, it's not the mead. The mead's still late. The road has been, there's been issues, and they're tied up. But that's a different headache. Case is unusual. It's nice. It's well crafted. And there's a letter on it.
Is it addressed to anyone?
It's addressed to you, as the owner of this shop.
Okay. I will open it. Look at the letter.
Is there a way for me to investigate what's going on with the weather?
You can head out if you'd like.
Okay. I just kind of want to like look outside.
Yeah.
Stick your hand out there.
Weather's normal. That sound almost reminds you of the sound of the gunshot that you heard a few days ago. It was that booming sound, but it wasn't nature.
But yeah, that
Hey, Mark.
Gerald guy had a big gun.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I'm going
Narcobus.
I'm gonna check on where we have Vaz stored.
Interesting. So, Monica, it's a shipment. This means nothing to anybody, but you notice the side, the last side of this large box. It reads, Red Cask. It's whiskey. It's addressed to a name that you know. It's the name that everybody here knows. And there's other maybe familiar names. The person writing the letter thanks you for ordering your first delivery and promises a discount if you would choose to purchase their whiskey again.
Aiden, did you put in an order?
No. It says it's somebody by the name of V.
Yep. Nope. That's I go upstairs and I check my room. I'm checking to see if anything's misplaced. I'm locking all the windows. You all have not seen Monica this panicked in a bit.
I'm gonna go over and look at the whiskey.
It's whiskey. Red Cask
Nice whiskey?
It's quality. Looks
I'm gonna
like good
take some.
stuff.
Can I take some?
Oh yeah.
Alright.
Aiden will let you do it.
Alright.
Reka,
I'm testing this. Make sure it's not poison. This is for everybody's safety. I am doing this for you. For you especially. He's gonna look at everyone. For you especially, I'm doing this.
Thanks, Dirk.
besides the mini barracks that lies next to the stables on the east gate, within the housing there's a small holding cell. More than enough for a town of this size, and you know that's where Voz is being held. You head there. Moving in, you see Sailix. He's heading out. There's an oil lamp burning a mix of purple and orange flame. Voz is there. You know that to be anti-magic. She's weakened. She seems powerless. Sailix cleaning blood off of his hand. She's sitting tied to it, the only chair in the room. She looks up at you, one eye swollen shut.
I guess I would look at Sailix and the blood and just ask, are you alright?
My hand has seen better days. And he
You notice
flexes the marred hand.
Yeah, the veins and arteries both, they're glowing. They're pulsating. His hand seems like a construct at this point.
Do I get like a holy vibe off it, or is it purely arcane?
I would, for now, you see it as arcane.
Okay.
You can't tell beyond that. There's just a lot of energy there.
Did you hear those noises? It was like thunder, but not.
Oh, yeah, that was me.
What did you do?
You dislocated my goddamn shoulder. Oz said.
You keep talking, wench. I'll dislocate your jaw next.
She'll wink at you.
Is there like a table in the room?
Yeah,
or
there's
like
one
in
nearby.
between them.
Yeah.
Yeah, when she winks, he'll take like put his foot on the edge of the table and slide it into her chest, like real hard.
I feel like Reiko would just like watch that without an expression, but look at Sailix and be like, "Don't waste your energy for this kind of pursuit. It is ultimately unsatisfying and only serves to further her ego."
I understand, and you speak wise words, Rika. It's just when my fist connected with her, there was a release of pressure.
How
But
do you mean?
it feels like for all the bad that she's done, not enough has been reaped for her. She needs to. That's not. Never mind. Either way, she's alive, like I promised.
Reiko would just like put a hand on Salix's shoulder, and like it's one of those things where you can tell she fucking gets it. But she doesn't like say anything, but it's just like all of those years of like, I get it.
You do hear Voz is heavy breathing. She's hurt. Her shoulder's dislocated. She might have a punctured lung. You might not have noticed that a year ago, but now that you have dabbled in healing, it's like a second nature to you.
So basically after exchanging that look with Salix, I feel like she would just sigh and be like, now I have to do something really unpleasant. And, go over to Boz, do the to relocate the shoulder.
So yeah, as Reika would go over to like pull her shoulder and like re put it back into place, Felix just kind of leans up against the wall and watches
Yeah.
because he knows this isn't pleasant.
I also want to say for you, since I feel like you in particular have experienced a lot of her healing, that it's very clear, like, she doesn't give a fuck. Like, oh, I'm so sorry that this is uncomfortable. Like, she's not, like, if it was Sailix, she'd be like, okay, on the count of 3, this is gonna hurt a lot. She's just like, nope. But so she would patch her up. I don't know if you want me to roll a medicine check or not. But she would patch her up like to an acceptable condition, or at least again make it so she can be in a state where she can answer questions without like all the pain.
Excellent. Rune, your party is preoccupied with different pursuits. What are you doing right now?
That's a really good question. What would honestly, he's probably on the verge of passing out.
Okay.
To be completely fair, between the research fatigue and the alcohol, yeah. However, Corvus appears out of nowhere and just looks at the party for whatever that's worth.
Oh, hey! You do you want some whiskey?
I have never tasted whiskey.
Would you like to try some?
I would love to try some, Director.
I'll buy you a drink then. Really, I'm just gonna pour one, but whatever. He'll pour some whiskey and then a little, a glass or some sort, and saddle him up to the bar to like put it up on the bar.
Corvus will stick its beak in and taste it. Oh my, that tastes vile.
Yeah, a little bit. It takes some getting used to, but you know.
There is no getting used to the vileness and disgustingness of this drink.
Oh, you'd be surprised.
Why would you torture your tongues like this?
It's not so much the taste that you're going after. Sometimes it is, but that's for lofty people. Not so much. It's for what it does to you.
And what does it do exactly?
It makes things a lot better, I'll tell you that.
Really?
He's going to look over to Rune. Except if you do too much, that's what's going to happen.
Oh, well, runes are near passing out anyway, so I get to flit about a bit.
Fun.
Oh, yes, quite. How is your story coming?
Oh, I've hit a roadblock. Such a roadblock. I don't
Someone
know.
yanks the drink out of your hands,
Ah,
Director.
who does?
A gnome that you used to know.
Oh, God.
And you haven't seen it in about a month.
No.
You've got nothing but glares. She starts to drink your beverage.
I know the history between you two. This is going to be interesting.
Oh, it was history, wasn't it? And he ran out of stories, right?
Hey. How are you? It's been so long. How are you?
Addressing you with a fake smile, and then taking more interest in your drink than you. But she'll join your table.
Okay.
Sit. Take a glance at Corvus, and then back to you, Director. She says, "This isn't about us, if that's what you're wondering."
Maybe.
I was certainly hoping it was. It would have been interesting.
Yeah, but I mean, it isn't.
Well, that's unfortunate. Maybe it should be.
No, but yeah, maybe, but it isn't.
Let me.
I have no doubt the director is absolutely heartbroken.
But this isn't about that. Quintino wants to speak to you, Director. Tomorrow morning?
I'll just check my schedule, my very, very busy schedule. I might, have something.
I will ensure personally that the director arrives.
Thanks. Have to show respect for our counselors, said the counselor. And she'll get up with your drink and go.
At the very least, Director, you owe her the audience.
I mean, everybody wants an audience. That's always what.
Exactly. They just want to hear your stories, listen to your grandiose tales.
I am pretty sure that is not what she wants to hear, but, way to throw me under a... their buses don't exist. Way to throw me under a cart.
That's not counterproductive to throw you under a cart, then you wouldn't make your meeting.
He's gonna look a little sick. He's kind of sitting there like, shit. Do we need?
I'm going to stay with you from now until you make your meeting, Director. I gave them my word.
Listen, it is not needed. I promise you I'll write. He's gonna kind of like be shuffling through papers. I promise I'll write this down. I'll be there. 110%.
I know you will, Director.
I am. All right. You know what? I think I need to go and finish the story.
Remember, Director,
Gotta go finish
your secret.
Which one? Oh, the one I told you. That's right. I gotta go. I mean, I got a book to write. He's gonna kind of go over to the box of whiskey and take another whiskey bottle. You're like, I got things to do. I got really important things. Good luck, Rune. Much appreciated.
Monica starts stomping down the stairs.
He's gonna start to the door. He's gonna.
Okay, bye.
Bye. See you later. Gotta go.
As Corvus just hops on the slumped over body of Rune. Oh, Master, this is so entertaining.
What are you doing, Corvus?
What? Oh, the lovely Miss Trini came by and wanted to make sure that the director met a meeting tomorrow with Quintaurus? I actually didn't pay much attention to the name, but I ensured the director was going to be there.
Yeah.
Monica, you know this to be.
I know exactly
Casandi.
who. I know who this is. Yep. Yeah. That's. Yeah, he needs to go to that meeting. Anyway.
I think the director may actually try and not go to the meeting. I
Well,
was
that
getting a distinct impression, so I ensured that I would make sure that he makes it.
sure, whatever.
Oh,
Whatever.
Monica, you're distracted.
Aiden,
Bottling the rest of the red cask whiskey, he
Aiden,
turns around, drying his hands.
put that
Yes.
stuff far away in the back. And
Right.
then you tell me every order that came through here. You tell me anybody who was weird who came through here, anybody who does not live in Breachill. Yeah.
I smell a secret, Monica.
Shut up, Corvus.
Mhm.
Oh, this is delightful.
I will rip you from beak to tail
If you
if
hurt
you
me,
do
you
not.
hurt Rune.
At this point, I don't care. Shut
I
your
beg
beak.
to differ.
Hmm. If only Monica knew a way to keep tabs on people coming in and out of the city, right?
Yeah. I do actually. There's somebody who keeps tabs on that.
Mm.
But I wanted to hear it from Aiden, if he remembered, and if he didn't, then I will put Rune to bed because he has a room right next to mine in the tavern for whenever he's down here and is too tired to get back up to the Citadel. So I will heft him up to bed.
In a very tired voice, is everything all right?
No, it's not.
What do we need to do?
You need to drink this, and I will give him some lavender tea with some other things that will help him not have a hangover. You need to drink this. You need to go to bed. And tomorrow we're going to go see Jarrell about that register that he has.
Don't worry, Rune. I'll keep an eye on her for you.
How about you don't? How about you go keep an eye on the director? Make sure he doesn't make a break for it or something.
Oh, if he makes a break for it, he knows I know his secret.
Yeah, well, I'm not going to sleep if you're hovering around me. So please just like poof away or whatever you do.
I'll take care of everything, Monica. Don't worry.
That's
So what's your new secret, Monica?
why would I tell you?
You told me before.
I told Rune before.
Exactly. You told me.
I want him awake and sober when I tell him secrets. Thank you.
All right. That's fair.
Reka, where did you head out?
I was still seeing to Voz and checking on Sailix. Yeah, I mean, again, like, am I successful in stabilizing Voz and everything?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. And then, I guess, Sailix, are you sticking around or are you heading out?
Well, she did say something about asking me to fetch her a bottle of red cask whiskey from Caden's keg. I'm not really sure what that means, but...
Something just arrived when I was leaving to check on you.
Oh, did it?
Yeah. I don't want to leave her alone, though, but I feel like one of us should go back.
Sailix will look around. Is there, like, there's guards around, right?
Your brother's up top.
Right. What's his name again?
Exactly. you would treat your brother that way.
Oh, damn!
Wilfred?
That's Wilfred.
Yeah,
Right.
he's not as handsome as Sailix is. Like his hair doesn't have a perpetual wind Like, we can ignore it. It just
so-
says flat listless. Ugh.
Right. No, like Sailix hair does have blood in it, so he's like putting it up.
Yeah.
It matches the emperor bird feathers.
As he's doing that, he's yelling for Will. He's like, Will, get down here.
You leap down.
I need you to look after her. Do me a favor and stuff a gag in her mouth. And don't listen to anything she says. I'd hate to have to kill all her family because she hurt you.
I hope you're joking.
And
Tie it.
he'll ruffle Will's hair as he walks out.
I feel like Reiko would just like watch this exchange and be like, I don't really understand you.
So, moving across town, the elf, Sailix.
So, as he arrives, Monica is actively pulling a bench to block the door, but is having some trouble with it.
Right. And you put
Or
runes
is
to
just
sleep.
sort of hanging on the rafters watching everything.
Oh, it's you.
Sailix, the tall elf, and Reika, the gold-skinned Uruxi lizard folk. You arrive. It's night now.
Look, I was just getting ready to close up for the night. Do you guys need anything?
Yeah, Vaz said she had a bottle of whiskey delivered here.
That's what the V was. That fucking bitch.
What happened?
My past is coming back to bite me, and I think it's Vaz's fault. And I'll leave the bench halfway in front of the door and go out back to where I assume Aiden put the case. And grab a couple of bottles. Here.
Looking it over, does it look like anything special? Like,
It's perplexingly ordinary. Quality.
And I
mundane
also
as it
have
is.
the letter as well, and I hand it to
Right.
him.
as Sailix looks over the letter, he kind of like. So, inside the chest, was there anything on the bottom or anything in particular, like about how it was packaged?
No, it's standard. They don't make any secret pockets or anything like that because it would impede how many bottles that they can put in a case, and they pack it a very specific way to keep the bottles from breaking.
Right. How do you know?
Not something I want to talk about right now.
So, it sounds like she has gone through great effort to seek out each of our adventures before.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure she wants to fuck with us.
But why though? What does she gain?
Well, we messed with her plan, so now she's trying to mess with our heads. And honestly, it's
In
working.
fairness, she's always been messing with your heads, baby.
Shut up, Corvus.
That's
love
what
you too,
nosy
Monica.
raven.
What'd you say?
I said I love you too.
Oh, I thought Ian said something, but
Oh, speaking about the nosy raven.
yeah,
Wait, if the bird's around, where's Rune?
he's in bed, sleeping what's going to be a killer hangover in the morning.
My
Oh,
poor
please tell
Manda
me.
is exhausted.
Please tell me he didn't drink this.
That No, he had my brew, and I've been watering it down for the last hour.
Director,
Nobody
I at the
took
very
any of
bottle,
this,
though.
right?
Hmm?
I
Nobody
believe at
took
the
any of
very
this,
end he
right?
did. The director had brought over a bottle, poured him a drink. He had a bit of it.
A bit of it.
Oh,
I'll look at the bottle. I'll check the seal. Does the seal look broken?
No.
It's fine.
The director took the bottles with him.
Well, took 2 bottles with him.
Yeah, one he had already opened. If you're concerned about Rune, I'm concerned about Rune.
Monica, you might be the
part-
only person to understand that the whole party is misdirected at this moment. There's nothing to fear about the drink.
Guys, trust me. Okay? Trust me like you've trusted me with the goblins and the kobolds. Trust me, the bottles haven't been tampered with. I am very intimately aware of this company's this distiller's practices. There is a pride about their stuff.
How do you know them, Monica?
I will talk to Rune about it tomorrow
The
when
raven
he's awake.
cocking his head to the side, curiously.
Director just died of botulism,
Yeah.
by the way.
Like, I
Hey,
feel
bud.
like Reiko would like look at the raven and just be like, "Bird, why do you ask so many questions?"
Mhm.
Oh, Reika, this is the bird that lives on secrets.
Sailix, you have a new bracket of questions for the person you captured.
I do.
Um,
He's gonna look at Monica.
These came
and-
all the way from Nadal, so she spent a lot of money on them. I need
Right.
to know. I want.
Ian, with legal lore, do I know anything about like if this is like a known front or something?
yeah, so there's a lot of weird, shady stuff in Nadal, but this looks honest as can be, especially since if you're caught just once doing something shady or smuggling, the heavy-handed legal system in Nadal would eat you alive. So if they were doing
Not to
something
mention the
illegal,
Brewers Guild.
yeah, they would not be this stupid if it was happening. They would cover the tracks a lot better. So I
Okay.
think Voz might be the only nefarious person in this.
And the other thing I wanted to ask is, what is the bounty that I get for turning in Voz?
You'd have to negotiate that with the town. You don't know Voz if Voz is wanted by anybody else for anything. It would be between you and Sailix. So
Yeah.
good
Okay.
luck breaking into the budget for that.
I mean, okay.
Did you return to Voz? Also, director, what are you doing? Have you returned from your troubles?
No, he wouldn't have gone back to the bar. He was actually going to head towards Voz. Because she is the only person that would absolutely have to listen to him as he rambled because she's stuck in jail. And that could be a punishment for some people. And he's drunk.
Oh, that's good. That's a good time to meet.
Yeah, exactly. It's a great time. So that was where he.
How about the rest of the party? Have you headed to Voz yet?
Salix will kind of look at Monica and be like, "Do you mind if I take one of these?"
No, I don't mind. Also, technical issue. We've been told that I've been notified that there's a little bit of an echo, and I'm not sure where that's coming from. So for those of you listening, we're not sure where that's coming from just yet, but we will work on it. Yeah, I mean, her initial is on the order form, though why they think that she's the owner of Caden's Keg, I don't know. Because it's still in Jacob's name. I'm just a caretaker, but anyway.
Right. Interesting. How about the rest? So are you heading there?
So Salix will
I'm not going to go.
Kind of shake the bottle, and he's like, I'll put it to good use.
Whatever she tells you, tell me. Don't let her know that she got to me.
Right. Don't worry, Monica. As he's walking out the door, he kind of moves the bench out of the way with his foot. He's like, no one will know that I'm not the only one that can get to you.
Sailix,
And he'll stop.
may I join you?
Yes, please do.
Oh,
And he'll,
never
like-
mind. I'll stay here. It's fine.
Oh, fuck you, Corvus.
Sailix
No
will
way.
kind of hold out his arm. He's like, no, Corvus, I think it's best you come with me tonight.
Those muscles look so pretty. But no, I'll be here. I'll be fine. Thank you.
I tried.
How about you, Reika? You gonna head back to Voz?
Yeah, I feel like she would follow Sailix.
Right.
Just to see what was up, cause like, I don't know. There are things she wants to ask, but it's in that I don't know how to vocalize this yet.
Right. So, the first thing you'll see is the director making some argument to be let in to speak with Voz. Will's not having any of it though. Towering over this gnome is Salix's elven brother, half-elven brother, shaking his head, saying, "Yeah, I hear you.
What?
You're not coming in."
How can you not know me? How can you not? I've been with your brother for how long now? 2, 3.
I'd probably let you in if I didn't know you.
Well, that's fuck you.
And then he looks up back at his eye level, and he sees Salix and Reika. Back so soon, huh?
He's like, yeah,
Starts to put his gloves back on.
He tosses the bottle. And he's like, I got some antiseptic for her wounds.
Keep her alive.
That's why I have the healer. And he'll kind of nudge Reika as he walks towards the door.
And I should be allowed in as well, correct, Sailix?
Yeah, to keep a detailed account of everything that's said.
Exactly. That's what I do.
I appreciate you taking guard, Will.
No problem. He looks at Reika briefly, directly in the eye, says, "My brother scares the shit out of me." Back to Salix, says, "Anything for you." And he climbs back up the ladder to keep watch at the tower, and you three go in.
That's right. Go
Voz
back up that
hasn't
ladder.
moved anywhere.
Good.
She's without a
Uh,
plan.
So Salix kind of looks at the bottle and he's just reading the label on the back, and he's like, tell me, who do they send to fight monsters, Vaz?
Barely opening the one unswollen eye. Oh, she got it, didn't she?
Right, but
Actually-
that's not the question. Who would you send to fight a monster? Would you send the kind-hearted farmer, the woman who feeds your town, or would you send the monster who runs it? And he puts his foot on the table and leans into it that's on her ribs.
Looking up at you slowly into this candle light that blocks her magic, and she'll spit blood directly onto your face.
We'll take it. Had better. He'll pop the top open of the bottle and kind of walk towards her and pour it over her head
Oh,
so slightly. He's like, is this what you wanted? Is this?
she begins to heave a bit. Director Reika, anything to add? You're watching the show, huh?
Yeah.
You had said that you had information before. Is that still true?
What do you want to know?
I suppose starting with why? Why these games?
Oh, I have my reasons.
When she, when she
They're
says I have,
religious.
when she says I have my reasons, Sailix just grabs her head and poof, right on the
Oh.
table. He's like, "That's not an answer.
You
That's a
feel
deflection."
strong. Looking back up at you, you notice blood vessel in her eyes burst. You feel strong. Sailix, you feel powerful right now. I was talking to somebody.
Continue.
Well, I need more. I need more to offer, don't I? I wish I could tell this to Monica, but I guess she's scared of me.
She's a bit busy. Does have
Right.
a bar to run.
She's been busy, huh? Hasn't seen her family in quite some time. Tell her I know her. Tell her I could write the book on her. And if I die, everything she knows goes with it. Wincing, struggling to keep this this persona, but smiling at Reika and Sailix.
So I feel like when she says like, if I die, Reika would just like look at her flatly and be like, "You won't die."
And then Sailix will smile. He's like, "You see, that's the grand plan. With Reika here, we can do this every day, all day, and you won't die. Because you see, Vaz," and he'll like sit on the table in front of her. "You see, we have the curse to live forever as long as we're allowed. So, buckle up, because it's gonna be a bumpy fucking ride."
We'll go to Monica and Rune. We'll avoid the bumpy ride.
Buttercup.
What are you guys doing right now, Cadence Keg?
So Monica has locked up and is drawing herself a bath and has been fighting with Corvus the whole time. And so she's in the bath trying to relax.
What are you doing, Corvus?
Corvus, realizing that they're not going to get anywhere currently, will go and use their connection to wake Rune up rather abruptly. And will inform Rune of all the things going on. At which point Rune will stumble down and knock on a door.
What is it?
Hello.
You should be in bed.
Yes, but Corvus firmly believes you're in trouble.
Well, Corvus is probably right.
Which is why I'm here.
Well, you can come in, but I'm not getting out.
Oh, right. Rune will open and pause and turn his head a bit. Respecting her privacy, he'll just sit at the end of a bed.
There's actually privacy screens around
perfect,
each tub, because this is a group like this is a tavern. There are several
Godsend
tubs.
for the awkward wizard.
Yes,
Yeah,
godsend for the awkward communication. So there's a privacy screen. You don't actually see anything.
Fair. All right. So, tell me what happened.
So,
Actually, before that, could you tell me how much I drank?
too much. Which is
All
why I
right,
had you
that's what I
drink
figured.
tea, and which is why your headache should be receding, in a couple of hours.
Oh, God. All right. Pray continue. What's wrong?
Know how I told you all that my family were a bunch of assholes, and how I don't talk to them anymore?
Yes.
Apparently, Boz thinks it's funny that she reached out to them. And had a case of my family's whiskey sent here.
I see.
I'm not really sure how she figured that out.
Norberger loves secrets. All right. So, what you're saying then is, aside from the whole vase bit, there is now a chance that the people you have been striving to separate from may know exactly where you are.
Yep.
And the likelihood of them coming here?
I don't know.
All right.
When I left home, the last thing I heard was them breaking into my room trying to find me.
And why was that?
Well, where I'm from, everybody there is very pale. Very, very pale, like almost albino. And anybody who's different, if anything bad happens, a bad batch, a bad crop, a drought, whatever, they blame you. Let's just say
You were an easy blame.
Haha, very, very much so.
All right.
And that year had been a pretty nasty year. I'm
So
pretty
this
sure I was
means-
going to be killed at that point. So.
Yeah. So this means that depending on how things have gone since then, they may or may not believe that it is your fault.
Well, clearly they're still doing it okay because they're still sending out whiskey, and it smelled right.
All right. Well, that in and of itself means that they may believe your departure was enough to appease whomever. You could be safe from them. But either way, now we know. So we can keep an eye on things, keep you safe. All right. Is there anything else?
I don't know how she... I haven't even told you my name. Like that... How? I was so careful.
Well, we all can only be so careful before the true self really comes out at some point, yeah?
Fucking elves.
Suffice it to say, Vaz discovered your secret. Again, it's Norberger's thing. That's what it does. It seeks them out, it trades them, it uses them. Here's the interesting part of this whole chess game. If she had made that arrangement to have this whiskey delivered, that means she fully anticipated on being here upon its arrival.
Right.
Which means that she expected to be caught, and she expected to end up back here at Breach.
How long of a game is she playing? She
Well-
knew that storm speaker dude.
Yeah, she has been working on this for a very long time. What we don't know is why. And right now she is sitting in a room with 2 of our compatriots. And the question we have to ask ourselves is who is working who?
And how did she get us all here?
Yeah.
Like, did
So-
she know us? Did she know us before we got here, or did she see that we were a problem and start gathering the information then? Like,
I know when on my way here, there was a dream. And I saw everyone. I didn't quite make out who it was until I actually met you all. But each of you were in the dream. Who provided that dream, I don't know. Suffice to say, I really believe we should find our compatriots and let them know of this discovery.
she's probably already told them.
It is very likely. But what we don't know is whether or not they have made the connection about her making this arrangement prior to even being here, and somehow expecting to be here when it arrived. And we should go talk to the archivist.
He might still be up. He doesn't wake up
He
until late.
tends to work late at night, so
Yeah.
he is likely up. However, you need to clean yourself up, dry yourself off, put some clothes on, breathe. Everything will be fine, Monica. We have your back. I'll make sure you and Adonis are safe.
Thank you.
Of course. Someone needs to lead this group, for God's sakes, and it certainly can't be me. I would get everyone killed within a week.
You almost did.
Accurate. My point stands. So, I'm going to go have something to eat, I think. And,
You know where the cheese is.
I do. I'll see you in a few moments and we'll go find our compatriots. Fair?
There.
All right. Rune will head downstairs.
And Monica will reluctantly go get dressed.
And it'll be about a half an hour before you're back to meet Vaz, I imagine. Right. When it gets to it, what you've missed was Sailix wanted to remind Vaz that he thought the trick with the whiskey wasn't all that clever, so he decided to use it on her open wounds from the light torture, and doing so revealed something strange about her. That pale complexion isn't common for elves where she's from, and as the makeup burned away and dripped off, it was actually more than just makeup, something of a permanent illusion. Underneath Vaz is a scarred, burned, blotchy, and disfigured elf. Still young, but nothing like you would imagine.
Oh,
Upon
that's
this
so
realization,
satisfying.
Reika
That's so
asked
satisfying.
that Sailix stop, and that he and the director gave them time to talk.
I don't know if you want to keep playing it out here or.
We'll play it out here.
Tell him my joke. Tell him my joke.
So yeah, I
Tell
guess.
your joke.
That's the opposite of what alcohol is supposed to do. But I'm gonna go.
So yeah, in response to what you had said, Ian, which is I don't know if you want to repeat it or not. But she would just kind of like that would be her time to just give that little, like, the same smile that Vaz gave her of like, oh, the dying girl doesn't get anything but the ugly girl does. Like, now it's her turn to be like,
Yeah.
so the ugliness on the outside is what has caused the ugliness within. Is that what I'm to understand?
Why not?
I guess so I mean, again, like, she would start to like get to like fixing you know, any other internal injuries or whatever, like,
Yeah. Dislocated shoulder and flesh
yeah.
wounds all about, but nothing serious.
But you know, just be like, listen, I mean, again, you can continue to play these games for whatever amusement it offers. But obviously, whatever you are running from is worth this pain and these indignities that you are experiencing now. So maybe, perhaps, you could save us all some time and just help me to understand what it is that you are running from.
I'm not running from anybody. I don't work for the Cinder Claws. I was in hot water. It's time to leave. Look at that. Sailix had me for 3 days, and I've already said more to you. You can learn from me.
Why, what brought you to the gate and getting involved with the other Storm Speaker?
Storm Speakers are powerful, Reka. I'm sure you know that by now. At least a bit. They were. There's not many of them left. But until you stop playing heroes and villains, you might not understand the full story. Bad shit happened. I think you know that. I'm here on behalf of the Triad. That's all I've been doing.
And what does the Triad want out of this?
I'm much more afraid of them, to be honest.
So...
Rune and Monica will arrive. Wolford isn't as nearly as disrespectful towards you as he was towards the gnome, so he'll let you in right away. No objection. And you guys are in a
Monica
different...
hands him some cookies.
What the hell?
Thank you
At this
very
point,
much.
the director's
Okay.
drunk. Like, he's just like outside the jail, like, what the hell?
You guys are actually... Sailix has a room over there in the barracks. You guys are in the barracks down the hall.
Okay.
So you're not left. You guys are just,
Yeah.
just chilling.
Thanks, Will.
Rune, Monica, you enter. You see Reiko tending to someone who resembles Vaz. You know it to be Vaz, just a Vaz you don't recognize. No makeup, no lipstick, no grand outfit, and no long hair, that's for sure.
She's also probably covered in like various mud patches.
Yep.
And slime.
Rocking a bob.
Yeah.
Speaking of Reiko, but then she looks at you. No smile, no glare. She's just tired.
Well, you're much more attractive now.
You here to talk about your parents?
What did you do?
I didn't do anything.
Uh-huh.
Open my eyes. You know, the funny thing about it is I wouldn't have learned anything You sent Kalmon right to me. That night, in the Citadel, I captured him. Slimy bastard. He got away, but did he ever tell you he knew something about you?
No.
Hmm. He described your family. I saw a portrait at one point. Can't remember where I found it, but he knows quite a lot about you, actually. And I have to ask, does it bother you? Nothing about you. Red Cask, nothing about that makes sense. It wouldn't. It's a bit of an enigma. You don't look like your parents, and you didn't seem to fit in, did you? So you left. And I think that's all I'll say.
Yeah.
All right, Vaz. I'm more interested in your long game at this point.
Take it up with the Triad room.
Try it. Huh. When did you get mixed up with them?
When was your first year at university?
You tell
Believe
me.
it. The summer before then. I was leaving. You were coming along. Did you notice the portrait?
I was taking my exams.
Yeah, we seem to miss each other. Just barely, though. Weird coincidence, but Triad, they're powerful. It's an honor to work for them. And this, she gestures. You notice blood all over the floor, destroyed furniture. There's been torture involved. The anti-magic candle. This is nothing compared to what they're capable of.
Why are they interested?
Well, can't do that.
All right. Too close to home then. Okay.
What did they have on you?
Anything on me. I'm blessed to work for them.
Liar. Nobody willingly works for them.
Right.
They press people into working for them.
I guess they do.
Are they all a part of the same cult as you?
No, I have my own calling. Bit of a hobby. It's my moonlight. Keeps me busy.
It does.
Try to means to an end.
All right. Did you willingly get caught at the Cinder Claw camp?
I wasn't caught for anything. I arrived. They expected me.
By caught, I mean, did you willingly allow us to grab you?
Oh no. She came out of the fucking floor. I didn't expect that at all. I knew you were coming, but I had a plan. I never got to use it.
What was that plan?
Oh, Rune will tell you that. Teleportation. It's always the way out. Cowards like us.
When did you make arrangements for the whiskey?
See, that's a backup plan. I speak to people, and they keep...
Backup plan by you or by the Triad?
I'm involved.
How many other gifts should we be expecting from you in the coming weeks?
Would you like me to reveal my whole hand?
I suppose it would save some time.
Look, you're the one wasting your time, not me. I won't talk. This here. She swings her head. This is how we're trained. This is nothing. Tell Sailix he needs to step his shit up if he wants to save some time.
With that, Sailix will rip the door open.
Nope.
About that.
Reiko will
Yeah.
like
About that.
physically hold him back.
Moving up. So yeah, there's an entrance, and in one corner there's the cell, and then on the adjacent corner there's another door. That's where Salix's room. It's down that hall. Obviously, we find out he's just been listening in this whole time because he busts down the door to move towards towards Vaz.
He definitely has his sword. And he's like, "How about I fucking cut your limbs off, you sassy bitch?"
You tell him. You tell her.
And I feel like Reiko would just like hold him back, like physically, and be like, there's no point. There's nothing.
He's proud. So at this point, you can tell he's been drinking with the director.
Yeah. Oh God.
He's like, "I'll fucking cut your tongue out, you ugly bitch."
It will.
Oh my God.
I pick him up.
You think just because you're ugly means that you get out of this scot-free? No, that just means you're fucking ugly. On top of being a bitch. So you know what's gonna happen now.
Salix, enough.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put your ass outside so the whole town can see you.
Reika, please punch
Do
him
it.
in the face or
Do it.
something.
No. Yeah. So I feel like Reiko would just push him back out the door, and then go back to Vaz and be like, "So I know that he can't, that torture would be ineffective, but could ensure your day is very annoying." But yeah, so in seriousness though, she would just be like, you know, again, you told me that you had information for me, and I have delivered on my end of this bargain.
I led you to Garza. He told you what you needed to know. But I think I can give you another clue. Only the Cinder Claws know this. Reika, there's a fire coming. It's been a long battle with Yakushe. Cinder Claws have never been able to eradicate them. They've battled for thousands of years. So they're willing to make a sacrifice, you see. It's been rather dry lately. They've learned the fire. They're ready to burn the whole place to the ground.
That makes sense.
So you can spend a fortnight torturing me, but the other side of Hunter Gate might just be reduced to ash and rubble by the time you get there.
We should go like right now, right?
How do you hope this ends, boss? This
Can't even tell you
particular
that.
scenario.
Probably not with him. She looks at Sailix.
It's fair, but how did you expect it, or how would you prefer this ends?
I haven't decided yet.
All right.
I have plans. I have people. I'll be okay.
Can relate. Can relate.
The end game that you have been meticulously planning for years now, apparently. What sort of result are you looking for? Is it the death of all of us?
No.
Is it power?
Close.
Are you after Dahak or something else?
Guys have become a thorn in my side. All this
We
time I
didn't
was
even
telling you
ask.
to avoid the Scarlet Triad for your own safety. But maybe you should go seek them. Because they'll kill you.
I mean, we could always tell them you led us to them. You can join us in that fate.
So, why would you have done so for our safety if you want us destroyed?
I admired you a bit. Mostly Rune. See myself in him.
If only you could be so lucky.
Well, that's
Whatever you
all I
think you-
have.
No, it's not, but that's all I'm willing to give.
Apparently I'm willing to give more limbs, though.
Well, like you said, you're more afraid of the triad, right?
True.
Well, Rune will look at the party. At the very least, I believe her in the fact that she is going to be unwilling to explain anything further.
I agree. And I do think that what she said about the fire is likely true. I felt things while I was over there. Thank you. And I feel like she would and she'd say that last bit to Vaz, and at that point then it's just she would give the nice healing of, like, you know, using her spit or whatever to like add some like numbness or whatever to the wounds.
It's quite pleased.
I have one more question.
Hmm.
But I want to ask it alone.
Very well, but I would prefer it if I don't have to come back here to reset more bones.
I
It's
have
very
no
annoying.
weapons on me, and I have no intention of improving her appearance anymore.
Sailix yells from outside the door, "Fist can do wonders!"
Go to bed, Sailix.
Fisting.
Yeah, Caden's Keg is not really operational, but Wizard's Grace is open at this hour. The director and Sailix are trying to continue the night, so to speak.
I've been trying to.
I feel like I feel like I need to get like remove poison so I can be like, you're no longer drunk.
De-drunkenness.
As Sailix throws the director on his shoulder, and they just kind of triumphantly walk out into the town.
I'm there.
Carry him like a parcel.
It's like,
Oh my God.
Gnome,
Wonderful.
sing
So,
me
as a
a
group-
song.
Well, Rune looks to Monica alone. Are you sure?
You can stay.
No. If you prefer to do this alone, I understand that, but I will stay if you like.
Just don't go far.
Fair enough.
We will be right outside.
Thank you.
Agreed. Rune will walk out the door.
This letter was signed by Declan.
It was. She winces. The
I'll
healing
give
takes
you-
effect.
I'll give you a capful if you tell me what happened to my parents.
Nope. It dies with me. I think you'd be happy to know what I have to tell you. That's why I won't.
I'd be
Well-
happy if my brothers were dead, but that's beside the
Hmm.
point.
I almost arranged that for you. And I realize this is better.
See, if you looked like this when we first met, I might have taken you up on your offer. I might have actually been inclined to trust you.
Glad you spared me the
Lies.
pity.
Lies don't become anyone. And fair folk can never be trusted.
Interesting. You ever thought to seek answers about that.
About what?
The fair folk. It's strange. That's more than a farmer's tan.
I asked for answers. I never got any. I figure at most I was abandoned and found. If you know something else, I'm listening.
I bet you are. If I wanted, I could write a name. That name, that person has all the answers. Your past is nothing, like you thought.
You mean my heritage? My past is my own. I earned that.
Right. I think there's a lot you don't remember, Monica. We'll get there. Stay in touch.
No. And I leave.
Interesting. So, Sailix, director, I want fortitude saves from you. You guys are really gonna go all out like that, the Wizard's Grace?
It is almost as good as Monica's whiskey. Almost.
Pretty similar, though, I'm not gonna lie. So, what's Aldonis doing right now?
Aldonis.
Fables, probably?
No, he's up with the Goblins. He's been hanging out up there of late. Doing patrols. Aldonis really wants to be a guard for Breach Hill, and so he's been practicing with the Goblins. And Monica's just like, sure, whatever. You do you. Just don't go and don't get in a fight with your brother, because you're not ready.
Up by the Citadel,
Mm-hmm.
towards the front gate, there's a makeshift stables. So many horses coming and going, making the trip between Breach Hill and the castle, especially now that's fully operating.
Mm-hmm.
Aldonis has a comfortable spot nearby. You can keep watch, but there's plenty of hay, and there's company. If he misses anything, usually the horses get it.
Mm-hmm.
He's joined this late night by a commander. The goblins of the castle, they've been growing in population, doubled even in the last month. They've collected a bit of a following for their new way of thinking, at least in terms of goblin lifestyles. But even then, the growth is a little bit suspicious. This hobgoblin with one glowing eye, she comes up to Aldonis, kneels. How are you, dear?
Hungry. You want to go hunting?
I'm no good at it. How was your trip?
It was. He gets a little bit of a haunted look in his red eyes, but then he shakes it off.
I know that look. You wish you were stronger. Things went badly, huh?
Big, scaly creature. My teeth couldn't. I couldn't.
She points to the scar running down her bald head and across her cheek. I know scales. I know teeth. Weakness did me for a long time. I lost a lot of people. It took me a while to get back from that. Had to get strong. I want to show you something, Aldonis. Come,
Okay.
and she'll get up and head down the stairs. There's a hill nearby. It's forlorn. Nobody really uses it but it's a nice spot if you're trying to get a view of Breach Hill.
Yeah.
From the Citadel. There are a couple of goblins stationed about, and with 2 clicks of her teeth and a click of the tongue, they follow her.
Why so many?
Just how they communicate. It's how you gather a squad of sorts.
Well, no, he's asking her why so many.
You'll like it. Cresting the hill, you notice bones, stones, wooden talismans arranged, bizarre patterns. You don't know much about this kind of stuff, Aldonis.
Does it smell like the full moon thing?
No, full moon passed. This is something else. Come to the middle, Aldonis, Demiri says. Look, she'll get close. Sort of moved as if she were to pet Aldonis, but stop out of respect, but also seriousness, and say, your family threatens us. Every week they move closer.
They are not my pack.
Mm.
You are my pack. Vodka and Rune and Reika are my pack.
Would you defend your pack?
Yes.
Would you protect them from this knowledge if you think it wouldn't help them?
I don't understand.
There's a bit of a war coming, Aldonis. The wargs aren't happy. We've been preparing for a long time. There's power underneath the earth. You, the runt, you have stake in it.
He nods and and cautiously steps in the middle.
A goblin approaches with a dagger or a bit of a shiv and moves towards Aldonis's forehead, placing it just gently between his eyes.
Mm-hmm. He, his lip twitches up and he bares his teeth just a little bit.
Demiri will move to shut his eyes.
I will be stronger.
The next thing you feel, Aldonis, is searing pain. You get a vision. You're in a field, and you see off in the edge of the field where it meets the forest, a jackal emerging from the thick with 3 eyes. When it sees you, it flees in terror. As you come to, it's later in the night. Demiri whispers in your ear, when you see the 3-eyed jackal, kill it. Eat it. That's all. The goblins begin to disperse. So back in Breach Hill. I take it you guys want to head back to Mwangi Expanse through the portal below the Citadel, across to Hunter Gate, the other side of the planet, to meet fate a bit. But you want to rest the night first, is that correct?
Nope,
Everybody needs to be sober.
Nope. I want to go now. I think it's a great idea to go now.
Are you guys going
Right
to drink
now.
more, or what's the plan?
So, hold on.
Lee's
Sailix,
going to sleep.
Sailix,
So-
idea with me. Let's freeball this. Let's 1
Right.
o'clock in the morning. Let's just go. Let's
do
go
it.
ahead of
Let's do
time.
it.
Let's do
Salix will ride the director to the Citadel Gate.
Ride me.
God.
Like, on his shoulders. Like, onward, my noble steed.
I am 3'5". I am a gnome. I cannot carry you.
I'm 6.5 foot.
There's a spell for that. There's always a spell for that.
faster! As he like just is like got a switch. Yes, yeah.
I'm dying. This is how I die.
Every time he starts to say something,
Out.
every time he starts to say something, Sailix would pour more drink in his mouth. Yes.
I'm gonna die. But no, great idea. Let's go. Let's go. Are we in this? Are we in this? You and me, Sailix.
I feel like Sailix has like a fucking fishing pole with like instead of a carrot in front of the director, it's like a bottle of more booze.
I really expect by morning, like the director and Sailix are going to be like 50 towns over,
Yeah.
having no idea
Oh my
what's
God.
going on.
That is
Could be the
literally what the
Hangover.
director is
We're
trying
losing
to
the plot
do.
twist.
like
Yeah.
they're both going to have different colored hair. Salix's armor is going to be painted these weird colors.
You're in the western desert waste of Assyrian, like
And there's just
on the
a
phone. Hey, we
story.
messed up.
We really messed up that, guys.
And there's just a story in every town between Breach Hill and wherever
Oh.
they're at about these two motherfucking wackos that rode through town on each other, causing some crazy shit.
This is what I want. This is what the director wants.
I will
Ian,
literally,
GM.
I will literally write a side story about this.
After some of that, Reika would ask. I mean, I guess while Monica's having her conversation, Reika would ask Rune, like, is it possible to wrap up our business here and set out for the forest tomorrow? Because she is right. The whole notion of them setting this fire is anathema to my order, and religious notions aside, to have that much forest burned would be devastating to the environment as a whole. The effects would snowball in ways that we cannot foresee, and we can't let that happen.
I wholeheartedly agree with at least a portion of what you said. At the very least, we need to get back there as soon as we can. Ask the Yakuje to see if we can get some truth from them. Look at the ruins more closely to see if there's more answers there, and ultimately go back to the Cinder Claws and see if maybe we can parlay, although I'm not too confident on that one.
I don't think so either. Not with how the nature of the god they serve. But I think it is possible to...
Do they serve Dahak, or do they serve something else?
Ian, as far as this character is aware, they serve Dahak, right?
Who?
The Cinder Claws?
Yes, fully.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. They wholeheartedly serve Dahak.
I wonder... See, there wasn't much in the books that I discovered about the connection between the Cinder Claws and the Storm Speakers. But if the rumors of Dahak blood was true within the Storm Speakers, the Cinder Claws would have worshipped them, almost easily acting as slaves or sycophants to the Storm Speaker tribe.
If that was true, then when we first encountered them, why did they not?
I mean, a lot can happen in 40 years, particularly with such short-lived species as those that make up the Cinder Claw.
Perhaps. It is worth looking into. But I think if we can isolate one of their leaders, perhaps by one of the dragon pillars or something to that effect, maybe we can find something.
The bigger question is, what do we do with Voz between now and then? She can't stay here. I don't trust her being here.
I think putting her in the Citadel would be worse.
I agree.
I am of the mind that turning her over to the law is likely the best path forward.
She will escape.
Probably.
if the Triad is as powerful as she says, they will ensure her release.
Probably, but
Could we simply bury her alive with a store of food?
I mean, could we? Yes. Does that solve or resolve our issues? I don't think so.
I mean, we would at least have some modicum level of assurance of where she is. Does Rune get the impression that she is a wizard or a sorcerer?
Sorcerer for sure.
Oh, well, never mind. Rune retracts his statement.
Yeah.
Ah, bloody sorcerers.
Jealous.
I think honestly, at least for now, of our options, having her here in the middle of town with, guards patrolling frequently, and the anti-magic burning, that is probably as safe as we can get. But again, like you said, it seems fairly obvious that she intended to be here. She intended for, none of the things that are happening right now are
Overly surprising to her.
Exactly. So honestly, if you ask me legitimately, whatever is going to happen is going to happen, and whatever precautions we take, she has probably thought of ways around them or has other tools that we aren't aware of to mitigate those.
Agreed, reluctantly, but I agree. All right, turn her over to the authorities, claim whatever bounty you can, and I guess we'll see what happens next.
Yeah, so I do that.
Meanwhile, the authorities is riding a gnome into the next town.
Well, I had that person that was my contact for bounties, right? That one NPC, Ian?
I think so. I
The
don't
Arthur?
remember. Somebody in the council, I believe, maybe.
Yeah, I don't remember. And then I
Bounties.
also had
It might have been Wilford.
I also had
Right.
my guard friend,
Right.
whose neck I healed.
Yep.
That's also Wilfred.
Oh, really?
Yep.
That poor bastard.
He's been through a lot.
The two guards that we know of are Wilfred and Amira.
Okay.
And Wilfred has been through some shit.
I feel like Amira is who I was going for.
Amira is the one who was hanging out with Enzo a lot.
No.
And pumping him for information.
Maybe? I don't know. I remember it was a female who sent me to
Probably Greta. She was the lead
Okay.
of the council, but that was a year ago. She's no longer on the council.
Okay.
She's retired. And besides, anybody in Breach Hill, I mean, you guys are the most capable of anybody. You would have to send for somebody outside of town.
Yeah, so, I don't know. I would talk to whoever in town other than the wild, ridiculous adventurers to ask about bounty and collect and whatever.
Rune will make sure Monica gets back to Caden's keg safely, at which point he will head to the archivists to provide all of his notes from the other side of the Hunter Gate.
Okay.
He will also express his concerns about Vaz and her grand plan, her connection with Norberger, and this triad.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, And this is still the same night.
Yeah.
So you broke 72 hours of sleep, without sleep, on 2 hours of sleep, and woke up again. Did anybody go with you? Monica.
If you weren't going to bed, Monica wasn't going to bed.
Fair. He did attempt to drop her off a Caden's keg, but he couldn't clearly keep her there.
Obviously. Well, we had already planned to go see him afterwards anyway. Because I was going to go check that register.
I want will saves from both of you.
Okay.
Fight that exhaustion. And fort saves from Sailix and the Director.
New ones?
Yes. Or just one fortitude save because you guys are dressed as an 8-foot tall person in a trench coat.
I have a disguise kit. I have a
now we're tall.
Oh my
That's a
god. Yeah, you
6'5"
put a
elf.
mustache on yourself, except you're super drunk, so the mustache is like last night.
Sailix puts.
It's on my forehead. It's like a unibrow. It's just
You're like, no, I'm not the director.
I'm not. Who's the director?
Oh no.
The producer.
No.
I can't. That's taken already.
I got it. Air director.
Director.
No.
This is what we devolve into. Okay.
I am not drunk enough for this.
You did very poorly on your save, Director, and you are heaving sick.
Oh no.
You're playing, right? Because
I gotta go.
We
I'm
have
gonna
another.
fight. I gotta go.
We have another 2 miles to the Citadel.
He's gonna-
Oh. Is that a sandwich hole?
Maybe it is.
Oh.
That's the ending to my last play.
Sailix is gonna put his legs around his shoulders again. He's like, all right, well, yip. Let's go.
You can't. How is this physically possible? How is this possible?
Oh no, it's not. Like he's so drunk he thinks that he is riding you and you're just laying in your own vomit with him on
I'm
your
just
back.
like, you're
like-
just on top of it in his own vomit. Okay.
he's
Everybody,
like-
this is my undergrad.
It's like, yeah.
The rest of the
but I
night
mean,
just
you
devolved.
still have the wind in your hair, so obviously you're going somewhere.
Must
Right. It's actually just a couple goblins from behind a tree with fans.
We're going so fast. Turn them down. Turn this down.
The rest of the night, you guys unfortunately will not remember because it has just gotten to that point.
Excellent.
All right.
That's the best way the director wants.
Sometime later, Monica and Rune, you both wake up. You've fallen asleep. Too tired and it's too late. Rune, you could expect this. You've had close to 0 sleep. But you notice something as you come up. You're not in the basement anymore. You're in the manor. Monica, you recognize this place. You've been here once before. A room like this. You know the architecture style. It's human, but not the kind of humans you've been around lately.
Damn it.
Rune's with you. It's daylight, which you know is wrong. The ornate curtains, there's light coming in through them.
Is this similar to the last dream sequence
It's
that I was
identical, but it's a different room.
in? Rune?
Rune looks familiar with this predicament. He's looking around. This is a place he recognizes at this point.
You can see him trying to get his bearings very quickly, which he seems to fairly fast. Definitely leaning to the idea that he has been here many times before. And you immediately see him faster than you've ever seen him cast something, and a duplicate of himself.
Does he have 2 eyes?
He does, but one is pitch black.
So we're back in this place again.
Yes,
Monica, make a
very
perception
quiet.
check. He's cloned himself, and I don't think you would know which is which. Suddenly, there's 2 runes.
Oh God, I hate this. Okay.
One always lies, one
Appeared
always
in the
tells the
blink
truth.
of an eye. In addition, the only doorway in this room you can see, a headless woman stands.
Oh, hello.
Shh. You can feel her looking at you. You can't see it though.
Using the duplicate. Well, in fairness, if he had seen the woman, he wouldn't have created one.
She's only just emerged.
That's
Had the
fair.
advantage.
Rune himself has gone invisible, so there's only one as quickly as possible. He will communicate in the short term through the image. How can I help you, woman?
You've returned to me.
I return here nearly every night.
I'm
The
a
bigger
sad
question
lady.
is, why did you bother Modica by bringing her here too?
She was nearby.
Just leave her alone.
I'm too bored for that, Rune. This is all I have.
If you're bored, you and I can play another game. You can yank out my other eye. You can ask me questions, whatever. Just leave her alone.
She knows me already.
I'm well aware. And she needn't bother you any further.
She can go if she'd like. The woman snaps a finger, a door opens. From the wall, from nothing, it's just bright light. Wake on up, Monica.
No.
Please, Monica. Just everything will be fine.
Not leaving me here again.
What would you like to discuss today, woman?
Something different. Not the usual. I think we're being hunted.
Yes, that is very likely. Whoever Vaz has decided to team up with has been following me for some time. Following a lot of us. I don't know why, but they are. Do you have any insight?
Can't give it all away. That sounds
I know.
familiar. Keep your wits about you. Get some more sleep. We're exhausted.
There are things that need to be answered.
And you notice your vision starts to fade to white slowly, enough that you know what's about to happen. You're ready to wake up. She always picks it for you. It's been miserable. But Rune is rooms away at this point, exploring. Yes. He's caught something off guard. This room, built of fractals where you can't see it. Beyond your vision, things don't work properly, and you've managed to catch something of a glitch. 2 beams holding up this manor. They should have connected, and they're not. One's askew. You have an acute angle, but there's something on the other side. You see it. Another room. A room you don't remember.
He will attempt to slip through.
Make a check for me. That's athletics.
He'll go to
slowly around. You don't want to be crushed.
He will call upon his ability to shift to pest form.
Perfect. And it's good that you do. This room is 100 feet tall. Something gold on the top of this cathedral ceiling. Nothing makes sense. There are repeating patterns. This place is architecturally impossible, but in your mind, it's actually really quite beautiful. And in a pest form, How do you find your way back up there? Are you flying or are you?
No, he'll stick to something akin to a mouse or ferret or something of that sort.
Right. Well, you notice a rope leading. There's something, it looks like a bird cage or a chandelier tied to a rope as a chandelier would and led back down. The rope you can chew through.
To lower the cage.
Yeah, if you'd like to.
And
Climb up if you'd like.
Assuming a ferret or rodent of some sort, he'll climb up the rope.
Climbing up. About halfway up, you start to feel your vision turn light. You know you're running out of time.
I'm trying to keep this
He will-
entity busy.
He thinks he knows what's up here, but he can't just let something else free. He's gonna try and see what it is.
You finally get high enough to see the base of the bird cage. Something bizarre, something swirling, something you can't describe in real terms. But you think you know what it is. That's the point. That's the weak spot that you've been looking for. But your eureka moment's cut short. Because you both wake up in the basement, the bookstore, the archivists.
I have ink on my face.
Rune just snaps up and begins writing feverishly.
Yeah. Sketching, perhaps.
Definitely more
Spectacle.
sketching.
Something. What might feel like years in the making. It's morning.
I will get him some more parchment, and then I will go looking for coffee. Even if I have to go back to Caden's Cave for it.
So Rune draws something, but he never looks at the piece of paper. Even as he rolls it up, he never looks to see what was actually drawn or created on it. He simply slips it into a scroll case.
Brilliant.
Is that why you don't sleep?
One of the reasons, yes. I have found that exhaustion tends to annoy her.
You do remember her saying that we're exhausted.
Well, it annoys me too.
I never intended to bother you, Monica, and I'm sorry you had to partake in that particular instance.
I'm not. I keep telling you. Maybe
Yes.
now you'll understand that I mean it. Come on, let's get you coffee. I need some.
Never had coffee.
Oh, it's delightful. Just you don't want to drink.
Who's never had coffee? Holy crap.
You don't want to
Hero
have as
point
much
when he
as
gets the first sip. Of
Never
Folgers,
sleeps
that's-
again.
you never
Wow.
because it's like Turkish coffee. You only need a little bit, but for the smaller folk, we metabolize it really fast. And that's why we drink it more.
That's true. So, Reika, what did you do tonight? Weird bit
Yeah.
of loneliness, actually. Something you used to like for a long time, but it's peculiar.
Well, I mean, again, she was going to look for the person about the bounty and stuff.
Right, so the lead you get is, it reminds them of the paperwork they filled out to pick up Coriolanus. They had mages, it was very official. They take great precaution when it comes to arresting a wizard. So your best lead is to write a letter or contact them, the college. They can handle it. They know how to make arrests on spellcasters.
Alright, so yeah, I mean, I guess that's what she would do, is just be like, hello, I have captured this person, I've been told she's wanted, I would like to know arrange for, payment for her capture and transfer of the prisoner to whatever legal authority is seeking her.
Excellent. The arrangements are made. Do you spend the night at the Citadel?
Yeah, she would want to check on, like, the goblins and see how, like, her followers, I guess, are doing.
They seem distant. They don't have the same appreciation for you. Or if they do, it seems like an odd veneer. They've grown. They've nearly doubled in size since you left a month ago to explore the jungle. They have a fire in their eyes, and it has nothing to do with Gosway. But they're happy. They seem thriving, so.
That's weird.
Yeah.
I guess I would, ask whoever I was familiar with before I left, like, what happened, what changed.
Demiri speaks common very well. The hobgoblin, she usually communicates on their behalf. Goblins are fickle. They don't live that long. A month. A long time for them. They have a calling.
What is this calling now?
It's a goblin thing.
Try
Hard to
me.
explain.
Try me.
Have you read stories about goblins?
Have I, Ian?
Oh yeah, you have.
Okay.
Goblins, they have an interesting culture. They believe in things that a lot of people disagree with. So part of goblins becoming a part of society involved goblins not talking about their belief systems or what they think is morally right or wrong, just to find a civilization and then just adhere to all of their rules and laws, and then not talk about how they feel on the inside. It's only difficult because they live for like 10 years and they die, so it's not that bad. But that's sort of been the status quo. That being said, goblins do tend to have half-hearted worship for weird deities or controversial deities or possible necromancy, some small cults. Sometimes you're getting the vibe that they would be embarrassed to mention.
Can I do like a either,
Knowledge
like a,
religion check?
yeah.
Yes, you can.
Okay, because I basically want to figure out if this is like something directly like.
Close.
Okay.
Close. You don't know.
Bang.
It's vague, but something's definitely up. Having an
Um.
interest.
Okay.
Demir is very close to Aldonis, you notice. Grooming, caring for the ward. But Aldonis isn't here right now.
Okay. Is it like really late right now?
I think this would be morning.
Oh.
I'm inquired about this because the goblins would be asleep by the time you finally made it back
Okay.
to the hill. Speaking of, as we approach midday, where does everybody meet up? What's your first assumption where to go?
I don't know. Where did Sailix and the director wake up at?
So you two woke up on top of the water tower in Breach Hill. One of them. Bafflingly enough. Yeah,
Is anything written on it?
No, but there's you find you're clutching a chicken that belonged to a farmer you didn't know very well.
Oi. Are you gonna eat that?
No, I picked up a chick.
Well, good luck. Yeah. Sailix is going to feign like he's gonna push the director off, before grabbing him and jumping off the edge to the ground.
I hate this. Why do you do this?
Like
I'm little, the height, the thin. No, it scares me. Also,
Uh,
here's a chicken.
As he lands, he like kind of just sets him down. He's like, it's
What time is it?
I don't. It's bright. That's what time it is.
It
It's
is bright. Oh my god. Ooh, what time? Oh god. Okay. All right. So here's the thing, Sailix. I need you to tell everyone I'm dead, okay? I need you to tell everyone that I died.
What did you do?
I don't know. I just need you to go back and tell everybody that I died. I'll meet you. No. I'll meet you back at where are we going? I'll meet you at Caden's Cave. Are we going to Caden's Cave? Let's go to Caden's Cave.
No, you
First,
just.
on the edge, now that you're finally getting your bearings, dusting yourself off, behind you is a familiar sight. It's a bird, but not the flightless kind. Cocking its head. Corvus.
Oh God, you again.
Hello, Director.
It's so early.
You have a meeting to get to, Director.
I thought I missed it. Haven't I missed it? It's probably far too late. Listen, I
made
don't
arrangements. It's all right.
I don't.
Where's it at, Corvus?
No.
I believe
Very
it's
okay.
nearby.
Council Hall.
How about I pay
4
you
blocks
both
away.
off and you just let me go? How about that? Like you both.
Sailix is gonna
$100,
reach
100
down,
gold.
pick up the director, and start walking. He's like,
No.
I've seen your bank
Sailix.
account.
You are so strong. I'm
No.
very
Broke.
turned on right now.
No.
That would be really flattering if you weren't a bird.
Let me go.
That's fair.
Felix, you have incredible supernatural leaping skills.
I do.
The water tower is about 40 feet tall.
Did you kill me?
I have catfall, and I am an
Sure
expert
do.
in athletics, so I can.
But make an
treat a-
acrobatics check for me because you're hungover.
Oh,
Both broke our legs,
all
thanks.
right.
I cast whiskey, man.
Acrobatics. check. Da, 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 da.
You did poorly.
Can I land on the
I'm
director?
held by him, so this is. I don't know why I'm laughing.
If the director is going to break your fall, I need to know now.
Do it.
Someone's breaking your fall, and you have to pick.
Like the director or who else is the option?
You
Oh,
else.
yeah, the director. Yeah.
Okay.
Asshole.
Yeah. We fell.
Ooh. Great pain.
Ah!
He slips and falls, knocks the wind out of you. You think you're okay, but you also can't feel anything. But truth be told, I think the chicken really broke the fall. You managed to
Chicken's
transfer
dead.
some of that.
Chicken is R.I.P.
No, he's just not. He's ready for slaughter. Is all. He's
Me too, chicken. Me
he's
too.
tenderized. He's this is the
relate.
time cut.
Oh my God, Sailix.
Sailix is up. Oh.
No. Oh God.
Picks him-
Everything hurts. No, I can't go. I can't go.
Picks
I'm
him back
dying.
up.
I'm dying.
Oh.
Literally
That looks
dying.
very
2
painful.
blocks away from the meeting.
I'm really in pain. I need to go to
Don't
not
worry.
the meeting.
I'll carry us to the meeting.
No, I am dying. Last time we just fell.
And
I will make sure Rune is there and he can heal you up.
No, that's okay. I'm dying right here.
Pat
How
his green hair, and he's like, it'll be okay, little gnome.
Corvus will just hop onto Salix's shoulder.
Right. And Sailix would carry him to the meeting area.
At various times, he would try and do invisibility.
On them all. Just.
No, just on him. Just on himself.
I'm still holding you.
I actually don't. I don't want to waste.
You're
it.
holding the air.
Who goes in to this small villa? This
Yeah, where is this? Where is this being
Business
held? Like,
estate.
what's the setup
a few
here?
blocks away, Quintino Passandi's spot. He breaks the mold with a interesting, luxurious architecture. You know, he has a courtyard in the middle. He conducts his business from here, but also pleasure.
Ow. Okay, just.
Sailix goes in with him.
No,
Go in.
you don't need to. You don't need to. Nobody needs to.
Shush.
Place is quiet.
It's happening.
If you shush, you hear nothing. His office is on the far side, beyond the courtyard, just where it breaks into the shade. Approach it.
Yeah, why not?
I would approach it. The director approaches it.
The structure is built around the sunlight to move in. It inspired from faraway lands, but he likes the exotic design. So the sun is actually naturally beaming in to this place, but Quintino's nowhere to be found. The desk is clean, his bookshelf empty. There's nothing here
Did
but a
you-
letter on the desk, held down by a paperweight because the breeze would pull it away.
Sailix will lean down to the director. Did we kill him last night?
I don't think we did, unless he was the chicken.
Did someone polymorph him into a chicken?
God, I hope not. We got bigger problems.
Do you think the chicken is ruined?
Oh
I'm not
man!
gonna make any assertions. Hey, listen, I'm not gonna. He's a nice guy. I really no.
I like the genuine fear in the director's eyes, though. Despite trying to play it cool, like, no, it was just a chicken.
It's just a chicken.
Sailix will motion to the
It's
letter.
just
He's like,
fine.
I think that's for you.
He's gonna, get up to the desk and kind of gingerly pull. And this is where the trap is. Like he's gonna pull the paperweight and take the envelope or the letter. What is his name on it? Is there any name on it?
Yeah, it's written in Quintino's exquisite Parisian handwriting. I'll send it to you. It's a little bit interesting, and you see, before you read it, you notice Rune's name is on it. Handwriting is extremely hard to read, though.
Sailix will peer over the shoulder. Like,
Make a perception check, Sailix.
All right, I can do that.
Corvus would like to do the same thing.
Yes, you may. Director, do you make an attempt to hide this?
He would. He would make an attempt to hide this.
Right.
Do I need to make a something?
Yes, it could be.
Stealth or thievery
I think it's thievery because of sleight of hand, or you can do deception.
I would rather do deception.
Your deception sucked.
Well,
Well,
screw you
well.
too.
They read it, so you might as well read it out loud. They already saw it.
Well, he's gonna kind of look to Corvus. You saw it. You get that? You get all of that? You nosy mother.
Go ahead.
I thought it was important you knew.
I still want to hear you read it aloud.
I'm not reading it. I'm not reading it. No, it's my business. It was letters addressed to me. I'm not. It's not. No.
Felix, you can be a bully and swipe it from if you want.
Oh,
Bully
definitely.
style, like.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
No.
It's like, it sucks being short, doesn't it?
nice try, Tragowski.
Asshole.
There's a
Can I
letter.
mage hand it back?
You can try. Felix is a death grip, though.
Yeah.
I messaged you the letter.
Yeah. I got it.
He's gonna look at Corvus. He's like, he's becoming more trouble than he's worth.
Is that about me or Root?
The director?
No.
Okay, good. As long as it's not about me.
As like he just starts tearing the letter up.
How do you feel about this? Not Corvus?
But now I really want to know what it says.
I mean,
Never.
I've known for some time now. I saw the tea leaves, as it were. But I needed you to know.
Who was this guy?
I don't. You know what? I like the story. I like this story that's happening. This is a good. This could be actually really interesting. All right.
I am not fond of my master being captured.
No one's fond of your master being captured because when he gets captured, we all have to go in and save him.
Very true.
And that's a good. Okay, you know what? Close conversation. Done. All right. I see. Okay. All right.
You know what? I bet that that woman. She
woman.
has something to do with this.
What?
Well, at least I don't have to go back to this. Oh man, I thought this was really gonna be bad. Like I thought they were gonna like. I had, oh man, all blown out for nothing. This is nothing. I'm glad. Okay, let's go. Good day, guys.
I mean, Vaz has been following you lot for years now.
Has she? Has they been following her? Or she's followed them?
You too.
You're a part of the lot.
Why me?
I don't know what you're.
I don't know what I do. Like I don't know
Where
why
do you guys
I'm
want to
here.
go? What's the lead? The plan was to meet up.
Just so you two know, Rune would like everyone to meet at Cadence Keg. We're going to be taking back off to the Citadel later today.
Oh, I feel like we were supposed to go to the Citadel last night. Did
That
we
was your
make it?
desire, but I think you drank too much.
Oh, it's probably
Perhaps
for
you
the
did.
best.
You don't remember.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Horses
That
are
poor
all
chicken.
over.
That
At
poor
any rate,
chicken.
we're going back to the jungle.
Yeah, we're going back to the jungle. Now I don't want to go back. I was just trying to go back because I didn't want to deal with this.
Well, we all do things we don't want to do. So come on.
The stories, Director. The stories. You'll have such wonderful sights to share.
Are you from Hellraiser?
So the party will regroup.
Oh God.
Meet at the
Monica is
Citadel, yeah?
asleep behind the bar. She's kind of holding her pack, but just like.
Who's gonna wake her up?
Can I do it?
Yes.
Yeah, Sailix wants to like slam his hand on the table and get that thunder.
Oh damn. I also
You
feel
guys,
like
you guys realize now that that thundering sound that you heard was Sailix. In case you missed it,
Were you slapping her so hard that you were causing thunder?
he was.
No,
Sonic
not
damage.
Monaco. Oh my god.
No,
Oh,
I
no,
meant earlier
okay.
with Vaz. I slapped that woman so hard I caused the thunder. He's writing that down.
Something rings out, emanates from his hand when he does it. But this is playful, just enough to wake her up, right? That's
Yeah.
why she calls you a
Declan,
monster.
get away!
All like after like all of yesterday, he's realized like the more oomph he puts into it, the more outbursts he can get out of it. He's like, hey, have a nice nap.
Fuck you. Ow. My ears. Ow.
Corvus will go up to wake Rune.
Good morning, Monica.
Coffee's on the stove.
Ooh, coffee, yes.
The director stole a chicken last night.
I didn't steal a chicken. I woke up with it. I don't know how I got it. It could have been you.
You stole it. I wasn't holding it.
The director did a dickin'? What?
What?
I mean, probably.
Who
he
told
did-
you that?
You dicked the chicken.
Was that the third wife?
Ow. Are my ears bleeding? Ow.
Not yet, but do you
No.
want to?
So for Rune's part, because he had his first cup of coffee ever, he never went back to sleep.
Goodness.
So he just comes down with this big old cup.
Oh,
Shaken.
God. Oh God, what did you I told you, small amount. Humans, you will get jittery. This is bad. Why?
This rare,
This
fantastic
Stuff
occasion.
is amazing.
Oh
I
my
know,
I
God.
can't tell you how much work I've been able to get done in the last few hours. Now, I'm fairly certain the woman's been able to see it, but that's all right, because there was nothing really important going on. Suffice it to say, however, I now know how to speak Stormspeaker, Goblin, and Halfling. It's truly impressive.
I agree.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it's almost unheard of for a wizard to prepare spells without having rested, but Red managed to pull it off. Caffeine, it's a hell of a thing, man. So,
Monica, I don't know why you never introduced me to this delicious liquid sooner.
Because
Yeah.
you're a human and you need to sleep in order to survive and not go crazy.
I
Lies.
committed
lies.
myself to find a spell that will negate all of that. I'm fairly certain I can put something together that I won't have to worry about sleeping ever again.
I think I heard about that once. I had a friend a few decades back, and he just had one of those little spheres that rotated around his head, and he just never slept or ate.
Oh
The
yeah, as
caffeine.
so all of the gems from the pillars that have been destroyed,
Yep.
Rune just sort of floats up into the air using Mage Hand. So I think I can do something like that with these. They're called Iron Stones. They do very neat tricks, but I can make a few of them. I planned on using some of these gems to do it.
Why are all my friends idiots?
Sailix is gonna poke a
Why?
few.
Okay, you remember one of your closest friends you haven't seen in a while. Aldonis has been out. He hasn't really visited Breach Hill.
I guess I should go check on him.
We were going to go to the Citadel so we could get back through the Hunter Gate, right? Right. All right. I'm packed. I'm good to go. I'm going to head there now, and I will meet you all there.
Sounds
Don't
great.
dally. No more drinking. He looks
Don't tell
at
me what to do.
Sailix and the director.
Don't tell me what to do.
Please,
So-
no drinking.
No, maybe.
Sailix will pick the chicken up, like, hey, you forgot Corvus. It's right here. Just
That's
take
a
him.
chicken, but that's a great joke.
They'll just throw it.
My girlfriend.
I
So you head back
love you all.
to the
I love
Citadel.
you all. I
Yeah,
hate
Rune
you
just
all.
walks
I hate
out,
me too.
summons his phantom steed, and takes off.
Bye.
How about you, Reika?
Is Reika in the bar?
No,
No,
Rachel was
I was
already
at
at the
the
Citadel.
Citadel.
Oh, damn.
I will take my time. I will pack a bottle of the red cask whiskey. I'll pack a second bottle. And leave written instructions, very clear written instructions on drying things, just in case I'm not back for a month again. I really don't want to go. I don't want to go. I don't. And Sailix, if you're still here, you're gonna hear Monica say this out loud. I don't want to do this again. This is dumb. This is so fucking dumb.
If we don't do this, then Vaz, whatever she has planned, comes to fruition, and in the long run, we all lose.
Sounds to me like I've already lost.
Oh, trust me, there's a lot more you can lose.
Ooh.
Well, let's go see if I can find Spit, because my mode of transportation is currently off being a teenager, apparently.
It's cool, you can ride on the back of Nightmare. The director can walk today.
Why is the director walking?
Oh, does he have a steed?
What the hell happened last night?
I'm not really sure. I'm sure he'll write a story about it later.
As you leave, you hear the sound of a chicken giving its last dying breath as
Hold on.
Aiden prepares lunch.
Shink.
No, I was recording it. I was recording its last done. Now it's too late now.
About midday, the Citadel. Reika's already there. She's been there. Rune's been there. Demiri is with Aldonis the warg, cleaning him up. It's covered in dirt from the trip. It wasn't a clean path to get there. He's been sick all night.
Hey, buddy, you okay?
Yeah.
Demiri's gonna whisper into Aldonis' ear. Go with them. And then she'll look to the party and say, he's fine. He ate something.
I'm totally gonna look into all of that, cause like this is my wolf friend.
That's between you and Aldonis now.
I
Something bad.
can I can help you. Do you mind if I examine you?
Sure. Rika friend.
So yeah, what do you want, Ian? A medicine check or nature?
Yeah.
Or okay.
Yeah, medicine. Medicine first.
Okay.
Meanwhile, Monica's like making sure that he has water and stuff. Have you been drinking
Excellent.
water? It's warm now. You need to be careful about that. I know.
It's hard to tell. Something's making him sick. It's almost like psychosomatic, but with curses. There's another element to it. Could be cursed. He could have eaten something. I think it might be magical. It's hard to tell. His body's going through something.
So if it's a curse, can I use knowledge religion?
Yes.
Okay.
This reminds you of a disease that beasts often get. Sometimes ogres, sometimes goblins. Maybe caught it from a goblin, but I mean, you've heard of everything from gnolls to minotaurs. Usually they recover, or it normalizes. Sometimes it ends in vomiting worms. I mean, there's all sorts of bizarre effects, and you won't know if it gets worse or better.
What did you eat? And I would start casting remove disease.
There was a kill already, and I hadn't eaten, so I ate the kill. It didn't taste good. Didn't taste like fresh kill.
You didn't know what it was? What did it smell like?
Smelled like older meat.
Does the remove disease help at all, or?
It does.
Okay.
Thank you, Fenrika.
Do you feel better?
Little. I'll be fine. I'll be fine soon. Where we go? Where are we going?
Through the gate again.
Okay.
I feel like she would like look very like uncomfortable for her. That, you know, the wolf got sick, and kind of like give the hobgoblin like some side eye.
Monica would be watching Rika. It's like, oh, okay. Well, if you feel strong enough, then we'll go. If you don't feel strong enough, you can stay here and train. I want to go. Okay. All right.
It's probably for the best that he goes with us.
All right.
And then she would like look at the hobgoblin and just ask, did you get a look at what he ate?
Nothing. Went out hunting. Didn't get anything.
Strange. Alright, well, we can always look at that later. For now, we need to get through and do what we can to stop that fire.
Agreed. Is everyone ready?
Oh god, you're still so chipper.
This coffee is amazing.
I would use like I feel like seeing Sailix as the director, I believe with medicine I can do treat poison to like mitigate some of
Oh,
those.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, alcohol poisoning.
And I have the ward medic, so I can do them both at the same time.
Oh, you just gotta make them throw up.
Yeah. Oh, that's not hard.
Yeah, first punch to the stomach.
No. Like she would basically like, cough something up in her hands. And then,
I'm
just
already
like
done. Like, what?
grab some stuff from her pocket and just like, all right, drink this.
I love you, Reika. In fact, I'm horrified a little bit of like.
Sailix would immediately just.
No, I don't want to. Nope.
Yeah, it comes out as quick. Well,
No.
Director, the smell is going to do it for you. I think you're going to begin to throw up anyway.
Okay, yeah.
And
Sailix,
then
you definitely
Aldonis-
throw up.
And then Aldonis throws up because everybody else is throwing up.
Just
Um,
And then Rika's just standing there like, you all feel better, don't you?
It's like, someone give me the chicken.
We left it back in the
Jeez.
bar.
What did you lot do to yourselves?
They
Poor Mike.
underestimated. They underestimated halfling whiskey.
Oh no, I did this on purpose. This is absolutely my. Yeah, no, this is
But
on par for the course.
the poison has been removed from your systems now.
Dope.
Can
Okay.
we move? This smells really bad.
Reika,
Yeah.
the portal still beckons you, and you know it's downstairs.
That is the entrance.
That
to-
goes to
Okay.
the cavern.
The hunter
yeah.
gate, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Is there another one, or is that just the, like basically? Am I is this a specific thing, or is it
In
the
the-
state?
So in the basement underneath the citadel, there exists an ancient room which once held 6 portals. You have
Mhm.
access to one. That's Hunter Gate. That's what you've been using to come back and forth.
Okay.
And that's
But-
also where Rune's room is. Like his.
Okay.
He lives there now.
Okay.
In the basement of this
Pretty much.
castle.
Yeah. So I guess let's go to the portal.
And from the other side, it's hot in Breach Hill in the summer, but it's nothing compared to the jungle. It's loud, you can hear the insects. It's exhausting, and the sun is trying to kill you. For Reika, you might feel at home right about now. You're a half a day's travel right now from Acraville. If you head north on the path, cleanse yourself in a lake. It shouldn't take long. You could be there by evening. Aldonis, you feel that sick feeling again. You can't get the thought of throwing worms out of your mind. Now that you've heard it, you feel like it must be what's happening. But then you see it. 3 eyes poking out into the road, 200 feet up ahead.
I dash for it.
Immediately in a full sprint,
Yeah.
Director, you're asked to grass as a warg pushes past you. You're nearly trampled, but Aldonis darts. Whatever it was after, it has already disappeared back into the brush. With Aldonis to follow immediately. You have nothing but the tracks from the wheels to go by.
He doesn't have wheels anymore. He has braces.
You have nothing but the footsteps of awesome metal feet to go by.
Rune will send Corvus after to follow. Keep an eye on him.
We haven't been here for 5 minutes.
Yeah, I need an athletics check from Aldonis.
What is he
Facing
after?
this thing. Oh, wow, that's a big bonus.
You did that, so
You
that's
catch
on
it,
you.
and this jackal with the 3 eyes, yeah, as you jab at it whimpers.
I feel like Reiko would follow.
Right.
And I have the experience tracker to be able to track without breaking my stride.
Yep.
Yeah, you'll catch up effortlessly. The chase was short-lived. Aldonis, you go for the kill.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna eat this thing.
Break, by the time you arrive,
Yeah.
it's just a jackal, half-eaten, mundane as anything, but the ward looks unusual, indulgent, maybe related to this disease. I mean, it could be an increased appetite. It's hard to tell, but you almost wonder if petting Aldonis would be enough to set him off. He's in a frenzy right now.
Yeah, like, let's see.
Meanwhile, Monica, Sailix, and Rune are just looking at each other going, what the fuck?
Well, that happened.
Monica,
Eldana.
what's wrong with Aldonis?
I haven't a clue.
So Reika would be using everything in her, druid knowledge to like approach, like, gently, and not set off any of the feral instincts or whatever.
I think I'm gonna follow as well, and I've got both Shirky and Hunter's Prey. Although I'm not really trying to kill my dog, but I can definitely track him. Plus, he's my animal companion, so all that stuff.
Animal friend.
Yeah, he's my baby.
When you catch up, the body's been consumed. It's a small critter. Aldonis begins to calm down. Whatever this was, whatever it was for, it's complete.
Aldi? Aldi, are you okay? Better now.
What have you been hunting with the goblins?
Jackals.
Does that ring any bells, Ian, as far as like, either from like a religious way or a medicinal way of like some sort of allergy?
You make another knowledge religion check.
Okay.
The jackal thing in particular. That's weird. Jackals don't live anywhere near Breach Hill, as far as you can tell.
Especially, like, I would imagine they don't live anywhere here.
Meanwhile, Monica's
Wow,
gonna...
Rune and Rika both made religion checks that did not play out for you guys.
Meanwhile, Monica's just gonna go up to him and just like check his eyes and everything. And like feel his temperature.
I think I'm gonna hero point, because like...
Yeah. A fair idea.
That works?
Rika, you know the jackal. Check the skull right away before Adonis does anything to it. Examine it.
Okay.
It's deformed. You wouldn't have noticed it if you didn't look. It has 3 eyes. Or sockets, it once had 3 eyes. This thing is not normal. It's not native to anywhere. This belongs to a deity, some dark thing, some potent thing.
Would I have read about this at all?
Reka, mention if you want. The deity Lamashtu, the mother of monsters, queen of beasts.
Do I also, in my knowledge of goblins, know that to be their deity?
They worship so many different things, but you wouldn't put it past them.
Okay. Were they worshiping her before? Was that the god they were worshiping before, or no?
Like yesterday?
No. Before.
During the blood ritual?
Yes.
No.
Okay. So this is something totally new.
Yeah.
Okay. I would basically like look at Monica when you know, she like looks at the skull and like just be like, keep him away from this. Um this meat is tainted and I think it's transforming him in some way.
Tainted how?
It is some sort of manifestation of Lamash too. And if this is what they were hunting, then that explains a lot. The goblins weren't. They have turned from Ghost Ray and seem to be cooler towards me. I'm wondering if they are trying to turn Aldonis towards her.
Well, I know a thing or two about this, so we'll keep an eye on it.
What is it?
Lamash 2 is the goddess of monsters.
That much I know, but again,
Monica's looking straight at Aldonis. She's not even looking at Rika anymore. We're all a little monstrous in our own ways, but we'll keep an eye on it.
Monica, do you feel that we are safe to move on then?
Aldonis nods, and so Monica says, "Yeah, I think we're gonna be fine." And she hops on Aldonis's back and.
All right.
I feel like as soon as her back is turned, Rika would like give Rune a look of.
Rune acknowledges quietly. Let's continue on. We've got some long days ahead of us. The Yakuza first, yeah? All right. Let's go.
You arrive at dusk. It's like every other time you've come up here. They let you up. Reika, you notice now that as you ascend, before you manage to speak with any of them, just from a distance, the way that the Khalidi look at you, you thought once to be that of respect and honor, and now you recognize it as their expression, something similar to fear or guilt. They don't know how to speak around you because they don't know how to feel. But nevertheless, you all make it up to the landing, the center platform. The sun has just gone down. The light's fading. And they wait for you to speak. Because you've been gone for quite some time, they expect to hear updates.
Director, do you want to take this, or do you want me to? You're muted.
If I may.
Director is muted.
I think
There we go.
Rune should leave.
Oh yeah, he was like, I don't, you know. Oh, you want to? Rune?
But the Khalidi look to the director.
Oh.
He's spoken to the Akuje before. The Khalidi in particular, the warriors. He's addressed them. They expect him to speak.
The director would speak. He would. Alright. How did I start it before? Okay, yeah. Friends, warriors, countrymen. Just kidding. We have returned, as we have said that we would. Much has transpired while we have been gone. Much, he's kind of looks at Rune and, like, behind him. Much effort has been made to learn all that we can to finally, hopefully, unwrap all of the, he's gonna look towards Reika, all of the problems and strife of your community, and to deal with them finally, and to put an end to things that is needed to end. He's gonna kind of look at Rune and be like, our great fighter, our great friend here, has some words he would like to share. And kind of give the floor to Rune.
Thank you, Director. I have a question for the Khalidi. Who sought the destruction of the Stormspeaker tribe?
One you know to be a Kosa stands up. Khalidi wearing almost no gold. A lot of them, they really wear a lot of gold and uncut gems as jewelry, but this one, more of a hunter. He stands and, without looking any of you in the eye, he says, Jasi.
Honestly, didn't see that one coming.
Your very own sought their destruction?
He's gonna slowly lower. He's beginning to tear up. He lowers himself and looks down, not only avoiding eye contact, but refusing to even face any of you. Most of them, look of guilt on their eyes, all of them. Reika, how do you react to this?
Honestly, I don't know. I mean, I feel like
Right.
yeah.
Well, Jossie
like,
isn't here.
Mhm.
You notice.
Is
I
that
don't care for your guilt right now. I need you to tell me what you know about Jossie and his drive.
Without looking at you, he says, we fight the darkness.
Why did Jossie want to kill the Storm Speakers?
They are the darkness.
Are you certain?
That is what we know.
Who told you?
Jossie.
And where did he learn it? You don't know. Them. Who's them?
Was Jossie the one who told me to talk to the Cinder Claws?
No, those elephant people.
Okay.
Jossie was the Akuje that was traveling with us.
Yeah.
Okay.
Quite some time. I'll show you the image. He's the one you first spoke to.
Okay. Okay, gotcha. So I guess, I would, ask, she would just kind of be quiet and ask, why was I spared?
We do not know. Jossie knows. He will not tell us.
Where has Jossie gone?
And he'll get up a bit and point south. The guilt has eaten him alive. The
Do
Storm
you know where
Speaker.
he is? Where?
The Storm Speaker wants revenge. You will let him have it.
All right.
It's not revenge that I'm seeking, but answers.
He is referring to Garsat, the Storm Speaker,
Oh.
south by the Cinder Claws. That's where Jossie is headed.
Okay.
When did he leave?
3 nights ago.
All right. So I just want to make sure I understand what's going on here. One of your own, blindly, for whatever reason, believed that the Storm Speakers were the blood of Dahak, at which point you lot decided it was the best thing to do to wipe them out. You lot blindly followed that individual, and now you feel terrible about it. All the while, you have been angry at us, you have disliked us, and we went out of our way to ensure that you were safe. I would like to point out that we're going to continue to do so, and at no point in time from here on out are you going to deny us entry, question our arrival, or get in our way, because if you do, so help me, I will burn this city to the ground.
They won't look at you. You guys notice? Everyone has a tone about them that's quite unique. As do the Akuje. They have a blend of guilt and apathy that they don't usually experience. Too proud for it. But Kosa's the only one who looks at Rune. He nods.
So here's what you're going to do for us right now. You're going to send your scouts out, and you're going to find this person and find both of them, and you're going to tell us where they are. Do you understand?
Yes.
For the rest of you, the followers of Dahak are intending to burn this place down. We must be prepared to fight them however we can in whatever way we are able. If you want to make up for the loss that you caused, then you owe it to the generations that will come after yours to ensure there's still a home for them to live in.
We are going to leave and save your asses again. You are going to help us this time. Whatever Reka wants, she will receive. Whatever aid my compatriots want, they will receive. You do not have to like me, but you will listen to me. And Rune walks away.
Yeah, the Khalidi, they don't have it in them to figure out what they would even say to any of you. So they leave as well. You have the entire visitor's quarter to yourself. The place is empty. It's too uncomfortable for them. They've avoided you. And Zakul's nowhere to be found. Spouses they won't visit. Most people shut their doors. They have a feeling of regret, decades in the making. These people regret the actions of their parents. They weren't alive when this happened, yet they feel tormented by it. All you guys have to do is enjoy the sunset and figure out what you're going to do next, right?
So
You watch it happen from this giant balcony.
I feel like Reka would want to get the religious leaders together and stuff, because like you know, again, just being like, your guilt isn't of any use to me, but this is. And because my thought is to try to research a way to petition, you know, Ghost Ray to see if we can get like monsoon or something. Because, like, if we can keep it raining, that will make it very difficult for the fires to happen. And I feel like it'll weaken, you know, the like, my thought is that it would weaken the power base that Clock has, apart from the stuff that's sheltered inside. That's my thought. I don't know if that is a thing that is doable, but, you know, I figure if we have the day to work and research, and I have people who I can shame into helping me.
The Khalidi and the Akushe both will pour themselves into the efforts. You guys get the feeling that a war is about to begin.
Mm-hmm.
There are about 1,000 Akushe and Khalidi here, and the way that they act in the next day will inform you that they're willing to fight to the very last one in this effort, especially since the stakes are so high, even for them, with the Cinder Claws. And they're ready to use action instead of apologies. It's going to be about a day of preparation as these elves sort themselves out. Do you guys have anything you need?
Monica and Aldonis will go foraging for road rations, and she's gonna be like testing his abilities and telling him the lore of Lamashtu,
Right.
so that he has a better understanding. And she's been singing him a lullaby ever since he was a pup. And she will explain that this is a lullaby that Lamashtu once sang to an injured ogre who could not sleep. And that's why she is the patron of monsters. And that is why Monica is not afraid.
And on the eve of the second day, as you've all made yourselves some semblance of comfort in this treetop village, something breaks. A snap. You hear a tree fall, and what you think is an invasion, it isn't. Peering off beyond the balcony, you notice figures. Small, but I mean, you're high up. It's hard to tell. Could they be enemies, scouts, messengers, diplomats, explorers, tourists? Then you see elephants.
Oh.
People with them. Elephants you recognize. They're calm now. On top of them, they're equipped. They're ready for something. You recognize kobolds. They visited. Somebody's heard of war, and with this new alliance, the people that you've met, you think that what was once an unstoppable force that is the Cinder Claws now seems like a worthy opponent. And we're gonna leave it on that tonight, guys. Woo!
Oh my god, that was awesome!
I wanna keep chanting monsoon, monsoon.
What?
That was a session right there.
Let's get a monsoon going, guys.
Dude.
Dang. Well, thanks everybody for watching. I had a good time. Nobody died. I mean, there wasn't any like threat. Actually, no, the director almost died of alcohol poisoning. Yeah.
Being pulled off of a water tower.
Foz was on the edge of death.
Oh man, so rough. Let's do our outro so these people can go to sleep before midnight. I think that's the last gift we could create.
Sleep.
Start with Spence.
Sleep. Anyway, I'm Spence. I have been playing Monica Freerunner. And if you like what we are doing, below Jen, there is a heart, a bell, and a subscribe button. If you hit the heart, Give us a follow. The bell will notify you whenever we go live, and the subscribe button helps support the channel. We definitely appreciate all of you guys for being here. Thank you so much for our raid earlier today, for the gift subscriptions. Just thank you all so much. If you want to find me on the internet, I am here on Twitch as Resonant Moon, and you can find all of my other myriad of things at resonantmoon.com.
Alex.
Hey everyone, I'm Alex. Thank you so much for tuning in again. You can find me here on Penny for a Tale every Sunday and alternating Mondays for my Star Wars game. Tomorrow is my Star Wars game, so totally check it out. Thank you everyone for the subs and all of it. Yeah, have a good night.
Jen.
Hi, I'm Jen. I am here for Pathfinder every Sunday, obviously, and the cult every other Monday, but that's on hiatus, right? Or no, I don't remember.
Yes, it's on hiatus
okay.
until
Till
October.
Okay.
But we'll be doing something else in place of it.
So I will potentially be doing something else. And otherwise, you can find me at savagesparrow.com for super awesome nerdy t-shirts and stuff. And my Twitch is twitch.tv/savagesparrow, but I still need to get it reset up since my computer blew up not too long ago. Yeah.
Mr. Smith.
Hello, I'm Mr. Smith. You can find me at my musings on cybersecurity, psychology, scotch, gaming, take your pick, at IamMrSmith.com. I enjoyed playing Rune Ravenswood and his feisty little sidekick, Corvus.
So great. Daniel.
Hi, I'm Daniel. I've been playing Sailix the Crestfallen. You can catch me here tomorrow with Sailix, not Sailix, playing Quigley
Part
on Quigley in Alex's Star Wars game every Friday for Scion and every Sunday for Age of Ashes. Yeah.
And I have been Ian, the GM. You guys have been a wonderful cast, and you guys have been great viewers. If you like what you saw on stream, that is 100% just Fantasy Grounds. So definitely check them out. And if you like the music you've been listening to, that's Michael Gelfi on YouTube and Spotify. If you like what we did, you can connect with us on Twitch or YouTube or our website. They're all kind of sort of connected, so you might as well just subscribe, and that can be your kicking off point. But aside from that, I think we're all going to go sleep and contemplate what just happened. We will be off next week, I believe, if that's correct. And then we will come back with updates about how preparations went. And basically, shit's just going to hit the fan.
So we are off next week because
of
we are
Gen
going
Con.
because of Gen Con. And yes, we're going to have a bit of a watch party. So feel free to come join us and participate in the conversation as we enjoy what comes out of the virtual Gen Con this year. Thanks, Kobe.
Also, I'm e-vending at Gen Con, and I don't really know how that works, but that's something too.
Learn together.
We will have links on our website, pennyforatale.com.
Woo. All right. Well, yeah, I'm going to go to sleep, guys. Thanks for watching.
I've had too much coffee. I'm staying up. Bye.